Collision 28 spec with me on the track. Freestyle Friday, yeah, we had to bring it back.
Is that randomized?
Kind of. I randomize it. The future is set.
Unfocused.
Good morning,
Motherfuckers.
Unfocused listeners. I'm AJ Twist.
I'm T, and this is Unfocused episode 318. And 318 is the...
Pokemon.
Yes, he's definitely a Pokemon.
It's this fish dude.
It's a fish guy. I don't believe I lost it.
Carnivine? No, that's the plant.
Oh yeah, he is Carvana.
Carvana.
There you go. And he is the savage Pokemon.
Okay.
What the fuck? He actually looks kind of savage.
He does look kind of savage, though.
I get it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
true.
know?
I'll give him that.
Is he like prehistoric or something? Is that why they call him? He's like an
No,
ancient.
he's a piranha plant, like fish. Piranha fish.
Okay.
Is that what they're called?
Piranhas.
You know, the
yeah,
man-eating
piranhas.
fish, you know?
Piranhas.
Meat-eating fish. Yeah.
But yeah, so if you couldn't tell by that little exchange, this is the podcast about video games, anime, movies, comics, tech.
Yeah, I can get technical if you guys want.
Yeah.
I can do that shit.
Other stuff.
I don't think we do that enough on here, you know?
We used to. But you know, we're here for all your nerd needs. With that being said, we usually kick this show off with our Unfocused Week, but before that, we're just gonna let you guys know we are available on Spotify, Stitcher.
Ooh, Spotify.
I know I started off with Spotify this time.
Apple Podcasts app.
Yep.
Google Podcasts app.
Yeah, Twitter at Unfocused28 if you want to update us or tell us to talk about certain things or, you know, just get in contact with us. You can email us at unfocusedpodcast@gmail.com.
Can someone find out why we can't have a number of characters equal to Unfocused Podcast and Twitter? Where it's one letter short. I can get Unfocused Podcasts without the T at the end.
You can do that, right? That works. Maybe just drop the E in Unfocused. Unfocused Podcast. Yeah.
You think? No, that's gonna confuse people too. You know.
You think
like,
so?
I don't want to do that either. Like, oh, it's Unfocused Podcast without the E.
It's only gonna
like which E?
It's only going to confuse them if they don't know how to read. Okay, that's that could be a lot of our fan base actually, so that's fine. Okay. So I think I covered everything. You can also find us on
Collision28.com.
yeah, our main website. That's where all of our shit's there.
Twitch.tv/Collision28 where we're doing it live right now. YouTube.com/Unfocused Podcast for the Unfocused episodes.
Yeah. All right, AJ, Unfocused Week. What have you been doing with your time?
I saw this movie called Internals, but we'll get
Never
to that
heard
later.
of it. Never heard of it.
I know it was something brand new. I just want one of those random nights, like, let's just watch whatever's available, you know.
Next.
And then screw that. I did have a list here. So, Fruits Baskets dropped. I just found out it came out like last week, and like my sister was already like, I already watched it twice. I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
I know.
You already watched it twice?
Yeah.
Shit, man.
I think she watched it twice. I think she watched it once in English on Hulu because it's dubbed, and then I think she watched it subtitled because my brother go find subtitle shit.
Japanese.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he just wants not to wait, you know.
Oh, I see.
And then he found it and he gave it to my sister. So she's like, yeah, I watched it from that random website Manuel gave me, and then I watched it, you know, on Hulu. I was like, shit, I already watched it twice. But Cars and I just no-lifed it.
You guys just watched it like straight all the way through?
We killed the whole thing in one night.
You weren't kidding. You guys straight up no life too.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel it.
13 episodes.
I feel it.
It's not long. 13 episodes.
I'm not mad at you. All right. Yeah. So I mean, is that it? Are you?
That's done.
Were you happy?
There's an ending to it.
Did you
and
like
everything.
it? Were you happy?
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. I mean, it gets super like
sad.
It gets sad for sure. It
I
gets
was
super mushy, you know.
I was expecting both of those things.
then-
I'm not surprised.
But like, it gets kind of scary sometimes too. Like you're like,
Ooh.
oh,
See,
shit.
that's what
like,
that's what I was hoping for more of, because that was one of my favorite episodes. In the old one was one of the last two episodes when you fucking finally meet Akito and you're like, oh man, he
So,
can really fuck shit up right now.
We learn more about Akito for sure.
Okay. Good.
So a lot more.
Because you know what's one thing? I mean, you know things I don't, so don't say too much. But I always thought it was interesting that he was Yuki's twin. Was that his thing? Or no, somebody was like Yuki's like twin because they were like born at the same time and they look similar. It's Akito, right? Him and Yuki look the same, kind of.
There's something about them that they're very similar, and like he just cherishes him a lot, you know, type of thing.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
Something like that.
creepy.
Yeah. They don't really dig into that too much though.
Okay.
But like everyone, at least everyone that's important gets a pretty good ending, dude. Shugure is freaking sus as fuck, dude. Like,
what do you mean?
You gotta just watch it, dude.
Well,
like,
I'll tell you already where I'm at because I'm in the middle of season 2.
Okay, yeah. He starts getting really
He's
sus in there.
shady.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? Like you were. I feel like he's like secretly masterminding this whole thing.
In a way, yeah.
Not just for Akito, because in the old one you get the feeling that he's trying to make Akito feel better so the whole family can be better.
Yeah.
But this one I feel like there's all kinds of shit going on. Like he's trying to do a lot of things. I'm like,
Yeah, and he has weird ways of like getting there sometimes too. Like he's really weird. And it gets even weirder like later on with him and like his relationship with certain other like people and shit like that. So that's weird. But
I always thought his relationship with Hattori and Aya was really funny and weird. Is that it's Hattori and Aya, right? Is his buddies? Hattori's the doctor.
Yeah,
Aya's the Yuki's older brother.
Right? I forget how to say his name, but yeah, I guess that's correct.
Ayano, maybe? Is it Aya? Ayano?
It's not Ayami. Something like that, though.
But that guy, right?
Yeah,
Long gray hair, Yuki's older brother.
Exactly. Pegasus, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pegasus. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so that happens, and then like we just get a lot of good like just end like bookends, and even after like the whole main arc is done, there's still 2 more episodes to kind of help you finish off everything else.
See, I like it when they do that.
I like that's fucking dope.
Yeah, because you know that they're gonna answer almost all the questions when they do that. That's cool. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, so they definitely answer like a lot of stuff and just give you good bookends for like all the characters and all that. So that's cool. Yeah, so it was nice. It was cool. Like I enjoyed it. It's definitely ended too, so that you get a good little ending. You know, like how they do sometimes. But yeah, Fruits Basket. It's on Hulu. If you like a comedy romance type of weird, just I don't even know. Supernatural. Yeah. Go check that out. It's a good time for sure.
Yeah, we've been fans of it for like 10 years. And
yeah.
This new version's even better.
Yeah, it's like the real version. It's the Brotherhood version.
Yeah, the Brotherhood version. You know what's funny? I still like the old one a little bit better than Brotherhood.
That's just so weird. I've never gone back to go watch it again, but I don't want to, knowing that it's not real. You know.
Yeah. Well, you know
at this point it's fanfic to me.
Well, you know the creator made both, right?
He's twisted too.
He is.
He wrote his own fanfic.
Yeah.
All right. So
he wrote his own fanfic. That's so funny. It's so true.
So other thing I did. So I've been going around one like I normally do. Like, and I remember I was telling you about playing a Bust a Move there, and they had the big screen with the little fucking gun you shoot.
Yeah.
I keep getting stuck at this one spot. I finally got past it. And you know what happened when I got past it? Oh, there goes the mic again. You know what happens when I got past it? I beat the game.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, there you go.
And I got 500 tickets. There was like, you got to reach a score to win the ultimate goal, 500 tickets.
That's a lot of tickets, though.
Yeah, and right after I got past that hard part, it got like a little faster. And I was like, oh, no, this is easy now, because after all the random bubbles were all there, it became more like symmetrical and shit.
And just how well do you know the game? Can you start hitting this shit out?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
You gotta make sure you shoot the right spots, because if you like close up a spot too much, you're gonna screw yourself over. Yeah. So if you just focus like a tiny bit, like it's easy.
You know, that's how I feel like games' final bosses should be. It should challenge you to something a little bit more to your dexterity. Like, can you be fast? Can you get along this really fucked up thing? And then at the very end, it should challenge you to have you conquered all these little styles of the game, all these little techniques of the game. You know, like when you fight a boss and they got the powers
of Zelda.
Yeah, like Zelda, like how the final boss has a little bit of all the previous villains' abilities.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. I don't know. I think it's easier than that. But yeah, so I completed that. I was like, shit, I've won. Like that's all I had to do was get past that one spot, and I was done. And I won the bonus, and I got the 500 tickets. So I was like, okay, that's cool.
You made me proud, did you?
I got like 3 of that. I got like because I was playing it over and over to try to get there. I ended up getting overall like 1,000 tickets off of that game.
Yeah.
Off of that one sitting for like 15 minutes or so. So that's cool. And I have enough. I almost bought headphones with my tickets today.
Oh shit! Like good ones, huh?
No, they're not that good,
but decent. Decent.
They're Sony headphones. They're like $10 though. Like I took a look up on Amazon real quick. I was like, oh, these are only $10 though. Like, do I really want to spend 3,000 tickets on this?
No. On something you can buy for $10? No, that's a little too low.
The reason I considered it though was for one of the arcade machines in there. So all the music games, or at least like Beat Mania, stuff like that. There's headphone jacks that you can plug in. You can bring your own headsets so you can listen to the game. So all the other
really
noise. Yeah. And one of the games that I play there, I forget the name of it. It's a Crossbeat Rev Sunrise, something like that. It's a music game, touchscreen music game, right? You touch the
Sounds
screen.
very Japanese just from the name.
Yeah, I know.
Crossbeat
Like, why do they
Sunrise,
fucking do
like-
shit like that? Some fucking Guilty Gear shit, you know?
Yeah, right.
So
Triple X plus S.
that's what I'm waiting for. That's the next version.
you know, alter double
Accent
double.
core.
Yeah, right.
X-word. Yeah, so I've been playing that, and it has a headphone jack, and I was bringing my headphones for a little bit, but like it's noise canceling, and I don't know what's wrong. Is this not loud enough? Maybe it's the machine itself not loud enough. I don't know what it is. So like I was thinking maybe I should just get some new headphones for it or something.
Their audio system's probably not that great.
It could be that too. That's possible. Or maybe it's just too loud in that freaking arcade. But I played more of that today too, or like even the other day, and I made it up to hard, and I'm doing like there's like levels 1 through 100, right? And then you got like easy, medium, hard, and then master, right? I've been playing hard on like in the levels 40s, and I made it to 50s. And shit starts getting more crazy. And I was like, you know what? Let's try something at like an easy master level. And the easiest master level is like a level 50. I was like, fuck, I just got to 50. It's like, let's try a master. Fucking failed it right away.
Oh, shit.
It gets fucking wild. I was like, shit, like I don't know how to do these things you're having me do. Like I get the idea. I don't know. It's fucking fast and it's crazy and you just got to really watch. I noticed some of the songs trick you too. They have you touch a certain spot and then you push other like things on the side where you're holding this one spot and then one will pop up on the like further side of your hand.
So you gotta fucking find some way to hit that or reach over?
Or like underneath your arm a little bit. Like, and I miss it.
Damn.
I was like, and I'm holding that spot and I hit something. I'm like, I feel like something should be here. And all of a sudden I hear it miss. I was like, oh fuck, it's underneath my arm. Like I gotta like just move my arm out the way real quick or just know that it's there. So I've been coming across shit like that now. Discovering some new tracks. I don't know. I've been having a good time with that game. I want to go back and like just kind of. I want to learn a master song. I want to get the crazy shit going on.
You want that oh god, what is it called in DDR? The
like Max? No, I don't want to know Max.
Not Max. There's one I'm trying to think about. Paranoia.
Paranoia.
You want a paranoia?
I want to get paranoia, but not Max. No.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do some Max shit. But no, even like in DDR, I don't like paranoia on Max because the music there is just so blah. Like I like the cool like sounding music, and then like the steps go to the music. It has that rhythm to that, rather than just fucking pushing things really quickly to a beat.
You want it to fit with the music.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I feel like it's easier to tune into DDR when the music fits the steps better. Obviously, because you get into the rhythm. And
I wonder if there's like a name for that, because I know like people that play DDR, they have different types of type of players. You have the hard fucking core people that do the max and all that,
like fast steps. And shit.
But then the only other one I've heard is like the freestylers, the people that have fun with the songs and fucking just
do actual
freestyle.
Dances, but they still hit the.
But still hitting the
yeah.
But they'll play like on like the medium mode or something like that, so like it's not too hard, so they can still fuck around but still hit the steps at the right time.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I remember seeing people do I don't want to say acrobatics, it wasn't that in depth, but like almost like breakdancing to use their hands to hit extra shit too. Like I've seen a little bit of that. Yeah, I would like to see more of that.
What up, Reason? What's
Reason?
Back.
Hey guys, what's up? Martini
Damn,
here.
I can't find your button. It's not one of these here.
It's the
There it
is. Yo, shit.
R-E-S-O-N Reason.
We'll get to me. We're in the middle of AJ's Unfocused week, but I'll let you know.
Eternals came out. No, I was kidding. And then
Can't wait to talk about that.
and then Magical Drop. Okay, so that's the other thing. So on the Super Nintendo system thing on the Switch, there's a bunch of games in it, right? One of them's a puzzle game called Magical Drop that I've heard once in a while. You ever heard of Magical Drop?
No, never.
No. So I went to go try it out, see what it's about, see what kind of game it was. I was thinking, it's gonna be like columns, or it's gonna be like maybe like
Just
bust a move.
From the name, I thought Tetris Attack right away. Not
even like that either. I thought it was gonna be something like that. None of that. It's like bust a move actually, except rather than you getting a new bubble and then shooting it to the ceiling, instead there's bubbles already up there, right, all mixed up. And what you got to do, you're just character at the bottom walking around. You got to grab one of the bubbles and then you can move it somewhere else. And that's how you get rid of the colors up ahead. So bust a move, bubbles and everything.
But you have to work for the bubbles.
No, you just gotta walk around and grab a bubble from the ceiling. So any bubbles that you can reach immediately, you can just pull it down. Whatever's on that first layer,
I'd have to see it.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't quite comprehend. It's so weird. I feel like it should be easy for me to get, but I can't quite see it in my head.
Yeah, it's grab a bubble off the ceiling and you put it somewhere else to get your drops. Rather than dropping it from the top down, you're kind of dropping it from the bottom up.
Yeah.
But instead, you're not getting any new pieces to the game. It's already what exists above. You
Right.
just grab it, push it somewhere else. And then I learned you could grab multiples. I was like, oh shit, but you can't grab multiple of different colors. You're gonna grab multiples of one color. So if you grab a blue, you can grab more blues and then put them all in one spot to disappear some shit.
Okay.
It was kind of cool. And then today, that shit totally dissed me because I keep playing it and I keep learning strategies and I'm learning how to do combos a little bit now. Like, I know how they work, but I'm just not setting them up. I keep doing it on max. It's like, oh yeah, I can do combos. I gotta learn. I think the combo system is similar to something like Tetris Attack, where once everything drops, it might hit something else that might drop something else, you know? So something like that. But every time it tells me like I'm like so. It's like, oh, you're so. Like gives you like a grading at the end.
Is that a thing you posted where it says like, oh yeah, you know, you're almost a beginner?
Yeah, that's what it told me today. I made it to beginner. Oh no, I'm almost a beginner.
I'm almost a beginner.
I was like, fuck.
Damn, that's some cold-blooded shit. I was like, that's fucked up.
I just turned the game off after that. I was pissed.
He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna play anymore today.
I don't need more of your disses right now, man. Shit. Fucking talking shit to me. Almost a beginner.
Anything else on your Unfocused week?
You can tell me I'm almost a beginner, man. Like, not me playing this game like 10 times already is already a beginner. I'm not even there yet,
Not
man.
by their standards.
Learning the game's not even a beginner thing, you know? Man, that's so sad. But other than that, I think that's about it. You know, working on my Digimon page, right? Been doing that. This finally came in the mail. Because I've been looking for these motherfuckers.
Look at this.
None of you bitches have them, so I actually bought my first set of cards online.
Was it your first time buying cards online?
Yeah.
You got me to do it and you hadn't even done it yet?
I have never done it myself, but I got my Magna Angemons now.
I offered you to him, and he said he was weak.
I didn't need him.
Man.
I'm like, for what I want to do, I don't need him. But like
now you do.
Now like for the specific deck I want to make, like it's kind of necessary. I was like, fuck, I need this motherfucker now. And I already got rid of mine, and you got rid of yours.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, no one has these motherfuckers, and even the local stores around here don't even have them either. And
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like I've been checking King Fandom's website, even Core TCG's website, nothing. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just fucking buy them online because I can get a full set like that. So I have a full play set of that now. And I think there's one more that I need that I think King Phantom has them that I'll probably go pick up later on. But yeah, so and then I'll start building my security control deck pretty soon with this.
Annoying. All right, nice. All right, for me, speaking of the Digimon style, I'll start with that. I've been building myself a red deck. Finally. It's not fucking annoying ass security style because I fucking hate that shit.
What?
But you know, I built a brand new red deck. It's one of the ones that have been doing fairly well, so you know I'm kind of getting into it a little bit. It's an Omnimon red, Agumon based. So
Okay.
I'm kind of doing that right now.
Yeah.
I hunted down a few little pieces. It's funny, most of the things I needed to hunt down were actually in my box. I just had to fucking do a lot of digging. One time I went through all my reds and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any of this Greymon Zeeg. And then I went through a second time and I found 2. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, I need to pay more attention. Or I don't know, pay more attention, or I just got so many cards. Probably want a little bit of
Gotta
both.
organize them. Like I organize my new shit. The last couple of boxes we haven't organized that shit at all. But before
Same.
that, everything was in order, like
Yeah.
by the ID number and
Well,
all that.
I had my reds separate. So
Yeah.
I was looking at only my reds, and somehow
no,
I didn't see them.
I went beyond that. I put them like BT1, BT2, BT3.
Oh shit! You
and,
really
and
organized
I separated
them.
from by level, like as they appear in the actual series of the card set. And so I rearranged it like that. And so if I was looking for something, it should be in this area right here.
That's impressive.
But like I have a bunch of new shit that I haven't added to it. So like I have one box that's perfectly organized and another box that's just random.
Well, I got myself a new empty box too.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Luckily, because I have 3 boxes full of shit that's fucking not organized. So
Yeah.
maybe this will encourage me to do it.
Maybe.
I also bought myself some red sleeves for my new red deck I just built.
Okay, better red sleeves.
Yeah, they're like the same brand as the blue ones, but so yeah, they're
Not the clear, transparent shit.
No, yeah, I don't like those. I've been using those for my hollows now.
By the way, I'm drinking an AJ Twist tea.
Damn, that means he's about to get twisted.
It's a Jack and Brisk, one of my classics. that I
Yeah,
haven't had in years.
OG. Other ones. Oh yeah, so then if anyone's seeing visually, they're wondering about
your
that.
eyes.
Yeah, I got the bloody deck, man. That's right, the
That
red.
bloody deck.
But yeah, if anyone's seeing visually, you'll see my right arm is a little messed up. I had severed my tendon, but it's already been reattached
With
by
the
the
Digimon
doctor.
card, paper cut.
Imagine, damn, that's how sharp my Omnimon deck is, you know? No, but I severed my tendon at the middle finger, just at the very top. It looks worse than it is. Like they put all this just so I don't move my fingers too much,
Okay.
so it doesn't make it pull. But yeah, I'm
That's
okay.
weird.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Next week I'll be able to take this shit off. So, not the next podcast, but the day after the next podcast. So, You'll see this
So
again.
yeah, you'll see this again next week.
Yeah, this big ass Mega Man Buster Cannon hand.
That's what you should have done.
Or Rock Lee. Look. Oh, Rock Lee.
Oh.
The bandages. I mean, you got the stance, like, you know? And so anyway, yes, that's what's happening there. It's cool because I get time off of work, so I get to do something that AJ got me hyped for. If anyone remembers, last week for Unfocused, I literally cut this after Unfocused, like maybe like hours after.
Oh, yeah?
Like
okay.
many hours after, but you know, after
So
Unfocused.
it's been a week already.
Yeah, and it gives me, ironically, this might be a godsend because it gives me time to focus on something AJ pointed out to me on the after show that our
Slayers.
Our Slayers video actually is doing pretty decently considering we put it out not too long ago and like we haven't even, you know, we just did it for fun. So, you know, with the comments and shit, I've been encouraged to make a Slayers Next video and I've been rewatching Slayers Next. I'm about halfway through right now. Hopefully I can put out the video before I go back to work, which will be before the next podcast. And yes, I've been working on that. I'm going to also try to drop the Slayers Try video pretty close to it too.
Shit,
Yeah,
okay.
I'd like to just put them both out. And then that give me a reason to watch Revolution again, you know, and
Right.
Evolution R, I guess.
You know what, too? Like, I did clip out the Dune conversation we had and put it out as a separate video on our page.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but then I fucked up because I noticed it's an hour long. Like, we did not talk about Dune for an hour.
No! What
No,
the fuck?
I apparently I left one little piece somewhere at the end of the video. So it has our clip, and then it's all empty black until the very end. I don't know what's at the end, but I know something's back there. I haven't gotten like past. I just saw the video like, oh, it's all black. I must have left something in the edit. So I need to go and maybe re-upload that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Our boy Reason says he hasn't seen Dune. You're fucking up, bro. You gotta watch that. It's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
I recommend watching it in theater because, you know, it's something interesting. Hans Zimmer was doing an interview about it, and he's like, the reason you should watch it in the theater is because you're missing 20% of the sound if you don't see it in a theater, because there's certain things that only come from multiple speakers. So there's instruments and melodies and things, bass sounds that you won't hear unless you see it in theaters. So I would recommend it.
That.
Yeah, it definitely shook me watching it in theaters. 70 inch is nice for the visual, but sound, it's not going to be the same unless you got a super dope-ass wild sound system. Then maybe you could do it, you know. But anyway, yeah, but Dune, watch it, man. It's good. If you're a sci-fi person or, like, an action person, like, I think you're going to like it. Other things, okay, so I got cut. The Dune thing. Fucking my red deck. What else? Oh, yeah, I watched a new anime that just premiered recently called Sakugan. About, you know, this girl who's like a driller. These people live underground. They've never seen the surface before, and they're trying to get out of the surface. And this little girl wants to fucking, you know, use her inventions to go to the surface, you know, to try to push people forward to the surface. And her dad is overprotective, and he doesn't want to let her do it. And that's the whole point of this anime. She wants to go fucking use her crazy ass science inventions to go break through to the surface of the earth, and he's her protector and doesn't want to let her do it. So.
Why am I like having memories now of an anime where they found people living underground and
Gurren Lagann. It's very much like Gurren Lagann.
I don't think I've seen Gurren Lagann.
You've seen the first 2 episodes because
really?
Either Edwin or Will made us watch it, and I believe you saw it too.
I don't know why I'm thinking like it's like a Gundam.
Yeah. There's giant robots and shit. That's the one. That's Gurren Lagann. You've seen the first 2 episodes.
No, like why do I feel like it's a Gundam Wing show that I saw that maybe like they found a group of people living on the ground somewhere?
Oh, I don't know. Actually,
I don't know. Anyways, continue. I don't know why I'm having these thoughts. Like, what is this show I'm imagining in my head?
Now I kind of want to know what you're talking about.
I want to know what I'm talking about.
If you remember, tell me. But yeah, it has very Gurren Lagann feels, like, you know, people being held back by, you know, whatever they got blocking them between their goal. So yeah, it was really good. The animation was sick and the comedy was fucking funny. So I highly recommend it. What else did I see? I saw Eternals, which we're gonna talk about. I've been rewatching Lord El Melio, the magical detective, by showing it to my girlfriend. She's never seen it before. Fiance, you know, whatever, you know, all that. Yeah, I've been showing it to her, and she's been loving it, and I like it, and it's like the right time for murder mysteries and magical shit. So, you know, the fall. So we've been watching that. What else? I saw a horror movie that was really good. Oh, I think I already talked about it last week. Yeah, no. I already talked about that last week. I think that's about it. That show Them on Amazon Prime, which is a horror movie about the first black family moving to Compton when Compton was an all-white community. Man, that show's fucking crazy. I highly recommend it if you've never seen it. Other than that, I've read a little bit more of Sandman Volume 2 so I can get in line with that new show that's about to come out in just a little bit. And I think that's about it for my Unfocused weeks. I haven't been playing any video games, obviously, so that's not a thing.
So anyone knows any like one-handed games, like shout them out, tweet us, leave comments in the YouTube.
You know I can play as Dance Dance, the DDR,
Oh, yeah.
the Dance Dance Rave. You know, the one with the fucking hands.
No, you could straight up to DDR.
I could do that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you don't need your little hands for that.
I still want to do the DDR Rave because it's so rare. What do we find? Man, every time I remember the name of it, I always forget. DD Dance Dance what? Remix Rave Dance Dance. Jesus, the one with the hands.
I don't know.
I always fucking forget the name, and I have to look it up, and I feel so dumb every time I pull the name out. So
I don't know what it is either.
But yeah, I guess that's it for my Unfocused week.
Oh, you can play Pokemon one hand. Yeah, I think I used
Oh
to
yeah,
do
you
that.
could play Pokemon one
Yeah,
hand.
you can definitely do that.
I've done that before.
I played it no-handed before.
How's that?
You know, you get like a clip and hold it on one button while you're trying to hatch eggs.
Oh shit! Wow, that's the next level.
Just
Alright.
walk in a circle.
I tried to play Last of Us.
Hatch eggs.
I tried to play Last of Us because oh wait, is that the one Steven that Taichi let me borrow? Last of Us? It was the one that Pedro Pascal's about to be in. Uncharted? No, it is Last of Us. I tried to play that, but there's enough interaction with hands that you can't really play it. You know what I mean? Like you could do that for most of it and just kind of click through the story, but there's a couple moments where you do have to use your hands. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna just turn this shit off. You know?
You can't play Snap?
Oh yeah, you didn't loan it to me. I'm sorry. You bought that for me, and I do like it. I want to play more of it. Pokemon Snap, I could play. Nah, you know I could, but I feel like I'm gonna end up frustrated because there's moments where you gotta like at the last minute try to turn the camera thing like, oh shit, I see something and try to get it like, and I feel like that's gonna take both hands and I'm gonna get mad. And I don't want to be mad, you know. I heard frustration's not good for healing, so I'm trying not to get too mad about shit like that. But yeah, that's some focus week for the most part. Do we have roundup today?
No, we don't.
Okay, so with that said, yeah, don't forget to follow us on all the things we talked about earlier, guys. We're gonna jump into the news now.
Now we're gonna jump into spoilers.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, we could jump into news and forget about the whole thing, you know.
No. Eternals. Let's talk. So, you guys, for anyone that doesn't know spoilers, as long as you see the red font up top, we're gonna be talking about the spoiler subject, which in this case is going to be Eternals. It should be listed at the bottom. Eternals. Yes, Eternals by Marvel.
Marvel's Eternals.
It's funny. I do feel like you might have to put that, you know. So yeah, we're gonna tell you guys a little bit about our experience with Eternals, what we got from it, the things we've uncovered, and just how we felt about the movie in general.
Did we uncover anything? I don't know.
I did it so much. Yes, if AJ didn't, I did.
Okay.
A lot of things to talk about. All right, so first off,
the
reviews are bad.
I heard that like
The critic
reviews are bad.
Yeah, the audience review is good.
It's
like an 80, 81.
Yeah, I heard it was like 70, 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 81's pretty fucking good. So I hate to make it sound like they're out to get Marvel, but I really feel with this one because I read some of the reviews. After I saw the movie myself, I feel like people are being assholes about it.
I've heard some shit too, which I kind of agree, but kind of don't agree at the same time. One of the complaints I've heard was like the pacing of the movie, how like you're on present day, then all of a sudden you're like in the past, and they don't really like let you know that right away until you start realizing what's going on.
That's true. I didn't care about that, but you're right. That is a thing.
And that did catch me off like a couple of times. Like, wait, where are we right now? And it's like, oh wait, we had to be in the past right now. Like that did catch me off guard sometimes.
The only reason I didn't care is because it was very obvious once they started talking where we were in the timeline. So I'm like, I find that weird that people complain about that so much. I'm like, you can tell immediately as they start talking. Okay, this is this point. Like,
yeah.
But you're right though. That did definitely like catch me off guard a couple times. Like, oh, where are we? Yeah.
But that's one of the main complaints I heard. That and like the fact that there's a lot of characters that they're trying to introduce, which I think they did okay.
I think they did a good job.
The characters that mattered did shit, and
like,
the ones that didn't really matter didn't do too much.
I mean, I felt like considering was there 7 or 8 of them?
Like 9 or some shit.
Yeah, dude. Considering there's like 8 or 9 of them, like I felt like it was very well fleshed out. Like now I understand the people that didn't like it for some of those reasons, because I'm not gonna lie, the first 20 minutes of the movie, I was kind of like, I don't care about these guys. Like, there's a moment like where they get attacked in London by the Deviants, and they start doing their Eternal shit.
Right.
And I was just like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of worried for Dane Whitman a little bit, like the human, like the which we'll talk about him later. Kit Harington, Jon Snow. He knows
yeah.
nothing, so he doesn't know what's
True.
going on.
Man, I didn't get to throw that joke around, and I don't. Fuck, fucked up.
And I'll tell you the little Game of Thrones joke. There's only one in there, but I'll bring it up in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a moment where I felt like they were trying to impress me, by showing them do their Eternal shit. Like, okay,
I was
Cersei fucking
impressed.
jumped in.
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to fucking mention. Go ahead though.
Yeah, Cersei jumped in. Sprite started doing the illusions. Icarus came in and started doing laser beams.
like
And I
all
was
that
like,
shit.
okay, I see, but I just don't feel as excited as I think you guys want me to be. That's just that I was feeling that in the first 15, 20 minutes.
I feel like they're showing you that, like, hey, look how powerful they could be,
Yeah, and I just didn't.
and how well they work together and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
And I just didn't care. I was like, I want to care, but
I was
I
like,
didn't.
cool.
But I'll tell you, as the movie went on and as things kept happening, and as soon as Kango gets introduced, the Indian character, I was caring all of a sudden, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I start learning more about Cersei.
He had like more personality. Yeah, and then you start learning about Cersei's.
And you're like, okay, now I actually
Athena.
do care about these guys. Now, like, so after 20 minutes, I don't feel like the complaints hold up. But the first 20 minutes, I understand the complaints.
True, I get that. One thing too about like Angelina Jolie's character, I heard some people complaining or like saying like, oh, like she's not that important, like why they waste her so like that.
No,
but she had a pretty good little arc in there.
bro.
I think.
She had. I think her role was really good.
I think so too.
And especially it showed you the vulnerability of the Eternals, like because otherwise, if you didn't have Angelina Jolie's moment there, they would feel fucking invincible.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, so why aren't they solving all the Marvel Universe's problems?
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you have the strongest Eternal out of the game because he's taking care of another one, I'm like, okay, this is kind of starting to make sense now, like what's happening here,
Yeah, that was cool. To go back though, is anybody who doesn't live in California, when that earthquake happened in the beginning, I totally had like trigger moments like, oh shit, is that an actual? Because I don't know if you noticed it, because I saw it in theaters, right? When there's an earthquake in California, you hear a little something, but you kind of ignore it because you're like, I don't know what that is. It doesn't like register right away. Like, oh, there's about to be an earthquake. You hear like a little rumbling and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably a truck or a
truck
plane.
passing by, something like that, right? You don't think about it right away. But then the ground starts to move, and then you're like, oh, wait. Oh, shit, this is actually happening right now. Right? That's exactly what happened in that movie. I heard the rumblings. I was like, I felt the earthquake like trigger vibes a little bit. I was like, huh. And then the fucking shit starts shaking in the thing, and they're not reacting to it right away either. And neither was I. But then I was like, wait a minute, that's an earthquake. And then everything starts shaking.
And the characters start reacting too.
And then they start reacting. It's exactly how it is in California, except we don't go all running and underneath desks or shit. We're just like,
it takes us a little longer.
all right, is it gonna stop?
Is it a bad one, or can I just
should I
ignore it?
worry about it?
That's so funny. That's so true. Like we just kind of waited out for a second. That's true.
But like I never seen an earthquake portrayed so well like that before in a movie though. I think that just tripped me out, like watching it in theaters and having that whole moment. That just I like that moment. That was my favorite moment in the whole movie.
Interesting analysis. I feel you. I'll definitely tell you, man, that speaking of that moment, there was a moment where I was like, you guys are fucking up. Like, the Eternals, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I really like the movie. I like everything about it. But there's moments in the movie where I'm like, you guys are fucking up. They told you not to fucking get involved. And, like, there was a moment where this fucking thing was going to fall on a kid. And Cersei turns it to sand. I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, I know it sucks to watch kids die. Nobody wants to do that. I get it. But I'm like, you're not supposed to do that.
That's
like,
true.
And there's a lot of things that they do that seem to go against their prime directive.
I think that's kind of the whole thing too, though, is that they
keep breaking the rules.
Yeah, they become attached to humans and all that,
and they keep breaking the rules.
And they keep breaking the rules for that reason. Yeah.
And it's true. Fastos did it. A lot of them did it. Yeah, I get it. But you know what's funny? Showing that contrast, even though I don't like that, because I'm like, I feel like if you were at work, that's a write-up. Like, I'm just saying. But, let's take that out of the
That's a warning.
Yeah, that's like, they pull you
actually, no, that's like the fifth time you've done it this month. Actually, that's a write-up, yeah.
Yeah, you come into the office, And,
what did we tell you about saving humans?
yeah, like, let them die, damn it. Okay, but, that I can get over that because I feel like they did some of that to show us how Icarus doesn't care. Because Icarus doesn't do anything of the sort.
True.
And even in the movie, there's a moment where he starts learning Mesopotamian, whatever fucking original language they're speaking. He starts learning it, and Cersei's like, oh, you're learning the human language. He's like, well, I have to learn it if I want to get closer to you. I have to get closer to them if I want to get closer to you.
Yeah.
That said so much to me. You don't give a shit about the humans.
That's true, yeah.
You're in it for Cersei. You're in it for the other Eternals. You only care about your family. You don't give a fuck about this planet. And you just keep seeing it more and more as he doesn't. Even when he reacts to Dane Whitman, you're just like, okay, he doesn't give a shit about this guy. He doesn't even see him as a romantic rival. He's just like, I don't like you, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you're nothing to me. Like
That's true, yeah.
and I find that very telling of Icarus, and I actually like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, because it makes it feel like you could actually see it coming if you paid attention.
You know what, too? One thing I didn't see coming was like who was the whole movie gonna follow specifically? I wasn't sure if it was gonna be Cersei or someone else that we're gonna follow the whole time. I thought maybe we're gonna follow like Kit Harington's character the whole time.
Yo, me too.
Because he's the human. You know, we're human. We relate to him.
Yeah.
We didn't even see him in the movie, really, right?
You know, it's because his role got taken by Kango's valet. You know what I mean? You're right. I agree the same way. I was like, where's the human that's going to tether us to this story?
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be Kango's valet.
Yeah.
Which I think was actually a good move.
I think so. Yeah, that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then okay, the Game of Thrones reference. You ready?
Okay.
So, do you remember what Robb Stark told Jon Snow the last time they saw each other in Game of Thrones?
Which was like in the beginning, like the first season or some shit, right?
Yep, first season. He says, I'll tell you, I'll spare you the time. He says, oh, the next time I see you, you'll be all in black.
Okay, yeah.
And what happens? Kit Harington is wearing an all black suit with a black trench coat.
That's
and then
funny.
him and fucking Icarus come face to face. And, I was like, he saw him. He's all in black.
all in
I was
black.
like, he's right. He didn't lie, you
That's
know?
hilarious.
That's the only Game of Thrones reference in the whole movie. I was hoping there was going to be more. That's the only Game of Thrones reference in the whole movie.
Yeah. I didn't really catch any of this, yeah.
That's it.
But seeing them connect, I was like, oh shit, reunion.
Yeah, reunion, man. That was cool. What else do we want to talk about? You know what? People are saying the fight scenes were lackluster. I get in the way that they didn't matter as to the story, but I like the fight scenes. I thought they were cool. I think it was nice to see that shit.
The last fight with
Oh, that was great.
that was awesome. So watching Icarus versus what's homegirl's name?
Makari?
Makari. That was a dope fight. I'm like, this is how like Superman versus Flash would be. Then I remember like, oh wait, Superman's just as fast.
Yeah, that's
But-
true. Actually, yeah, Superman's almost. No, he's not just as fast, but he's pretty
But
close.
pretty close, right?
It's more like Dragon Ball Z if Flash and Superman start fighting. Like, you know, you barely
yeah.
see like light bouncing around and shit. You know? Like,
But that was I like that whole fight and just the way like, yeah, just that whole fight was dope.
I agree. I'm gonna say something controversial, man. I think Makari is a way better speedster than the Flash or Quicksilver. Seeing her, especially, I don't know if you noticed that moment where she pushed Icarus into the wall, and then started running and stopping right in front of him multiple times, and she hit him with multiple sonic booms. Like she kept running and stopping in front, and he kept
Yeah.
getting like driven further into the wall.
Yeah.
Because she kept fucking bam, 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 hitting him with sonic booms. I was like, that's fucking cool.
That was cool.
That
yeah.
was super fucking cool. I was like, Flash has never done that. Quicksilver's never done that. I'm like, come on, Marvel and DC. Like, well, but this
that
is
is
Marvel.
Marvel.
But, you know, I'm like, come on, guys. Like, step them up a little bit. Like, Makari's looking pretty hard right now, you know?
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I like that. I like how she explained her powers in a way too. Like
The
she
vibrations.
Toph. I got Toph vibes.
Yeah.
Like literally vibes.
And how she's deaf
Vibrations.
and she can still hear you because she reads the vibrations in the. I'm like, that's cool.
That's cool, yeah.
I agree.
So I like that about her too.
Yeah.
So
Icarus
she's
and
cool.
Makari, that was cool. You know what? I really liked Fastos versus Icarus because he did some Naruto shit. Did you notice that?
He totally did.
You
yeah.
caught that, right? I was like, AJ's gonna catch this for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, all those things he threw that Icarus was easily blocking earlier, like
Yeah.
that was a setup.
Yep,
that was all
yep,
set up.
Yep. That was dope too. I like seeing that. Yeah, so in a way, he was like the Iron Man. You know, we got our Quicksilver in there, right? We have
Yeah.
our Superman in there. Oh, by the way, speaking of Superman too, dude, a lot of DC references, right?
There was like 3, if I remember. There was a lot.
I was like, the first time I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But then it came up a couple times, like Batman was named
He's
dropped
like, oh
at
yeah,
one point.
you and your valet are like Alfred and Batman.
yeah,
That's-
and I was like, whoa, okay, that's just straight up like calling him out right there, like.
and then the kid's like, you're Superman. He's like, no, I'm not Superman. He's like, no, you are flying and punching and
Yeah.
shooting beams from your eyes. He's like, I don't have a cape.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
I like that.
that was cool. I was happy about
I
that
like
too.
that too, yeah.
That was dope. Oh, yeah, a lot of little deep DC references. I feel like they're doing what the movies used to do in like the 90s, early 2000s, that they can say that those things exist as comics and movies in their world. I like that. Like, because it's.
I feel like now that they've done that though, we can never have a crossover.
Yeah, well, I've heard people saying that. Just because we've done that already, it kind of fucking stalls a crossover. And yeah, you know what's even funnier? Chloe Zhao says she was inspired by Zack Snyder's Man of Steel with a lot of the things that were done in this movie.
I see that.
Yeah, me too. Okay, little fun side things that maybe people didn't catch. Oh, wait, before that, how about the obvious references to the MCU? Because there's not a lot. There's only a couple.
Yeah, there's a few.
Of
course, Thanos being referenced, right?
Yeah. Yo, so Thanos was right?
I guess, right? So, okay, to get into the story now a little bit too then, because I just bring that up. So
He was right? Like,
not the fact that he's right, but he was actually did something good that I don't think he realized he did that was good, right?
are you
Because
sure he didn't realize it?
You think he knew that shit was... Well, Earth specifically, like, had a... What are they called again?
A seed.
A
celestial
seed,
seed.
A celestial seed in there, right? That shit was going to be born, like, in 6 days until Thanos snapped, and that shit got, like, fucking paused, right?
I don't think he knew specifically the timeline at Earth.
Right?
And I don't think...
That snap saved Earth.
Yeah, it did. It saved Earth's
And they
ass.
didn't even know that.
Yeah. But see, I don't think it was going to happen 6 days after because we had more population when people returned because people were trying to procreate and bring life back to normal, and then everyone came
and then
back.
it got accelerated. Then.
So we had more than what they were projecting us to have, and they're like, oh, emergence time. Like, you know, it's a... I don't think he specifically knew Earth was the thing, but I think he knew Celestials have this plan to fucking burst out of planets and, you know, once they have enough life and fucking destroy that planet and make more Celestials. I think he knew that, and that was why he wanted to half all the populations so that wouldn't happen. Because it's a very specific thing, halving all the populations. And then we find out the population is what makes the Celestials born.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's on purpose, man. I don't know for sure.
I don't know, because he was going around saying that it was because everyone's freaking selfish or whatever, you know.
Well, Celestials, right? Selfish,
Okay.
right? Like,
I guess.
they were trying to seed more life so that they could bore their children. So, like, maybe, like, he's seeing that, you know? And especially since nowhere was a thing and Thanos has been to nowhere, and that's the head of a giant Celestial. I'm like,
right.
I feel like he might have known some things, you know? The fact that he's interested in the Infinity Stones, which are an old school tool of the Celestials, kind of makes me feel like he might know some shit, you know? Like I said, this isn't fact.
Yeah, but maybe in the back of his mind, maybe he's like, oh, and also this is going to happen. But this is my main goal. But, you know, if you want to go into details with it, here's some other shit you used to think about. Maybe something like that, you know?
Yeah, because Thanos has been halving the populations for, like, decades.
True.
Like, probably before Stark was born. He's probably been doing this, you know? Like, but yeah, and then, you know, his brother, you know, being the new Prince of Titan or whatever, or the head of Titan.
Let's get into him later on because I have questions there too.
Okay.
But before that, other thing I thought about too, especially with him coming into the picture now too. So they talked about
Star Fox.
Yeah, right. But they talked about Thanos snapping everyone and everyone coming back, right? And that got me thinking. Thanos was snapped. Can Thanos be unsnapped at some point? Especially now that we have his brother in the picture.
Okay, I'll tell you something in the comics. When the Infinity War happens, Thanos had just been brought back to life.
Oh, okay.
Because prior to that, Adam Warlock killed him. So there is a precedence for Thanos coming back to life and fucking more shit up. Or teaming up with the Avengers. There is precedence for that. So what you're saying in the comics does hold water.
So yeah, someone might want to bring him back by snapping again, and
if they think he has the solution to it, then maybe they would,
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought about that later on. I was like, I don't know. It's just an interesting like concept. Especially they keep bringing up Thanos again. You know, like Thanos keeps getting brought up now. Like it's kind of crazy.
And I'm sure you may not remember from our previous conversations, but Thanos is an Eternal.
I was going to ask that too. Like what is he again? He's an Eternal, right?
He's an Eternal with the deviant gene.
Oh, interesting.
Which means so basically he's an Eternal.
He's a crossbreed.
He's a mutant Eternal, like the X-Men. And that mutation gave him the deviant. The deviant gene is what causes mutation, and that's why mutants are what the Celestials always wanted. They're a combination of Eternals and deviants.
Interesting.
Because the deviant gene is the X gene. That's what changes them. And the change gives them access to eternal powers. You know, aspects, little parts of it. So I'm like, oh shit, we're setting it up.
Something's getting set up, yeah. I was hoping to see more evidence of like mutants popping up now, but they didn't give us anything yet.
But you know what it was more? I think you might want to hear this. One thing it was setting up, I think, is Fantastic Four, because the whole concept of the
Like in things in space and shit.
not just because of that, but the whole concept of Celestials taking their energy and creating the Eternals, who are their servants that do shit for them, is very, very similar to Galactus using the power cosmic to create heralds. But Galactus isn't as strong as the Celestials, so what he does is he takes his power and puts it on a being that's already alive, as opposed to the Eternals that create a brand new being.
Okay.
So he finds people that will serve him, gives them the power cosmic, and then they transform into heralds.
Okay.
I.e. Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer, yeah.
So this whole concept of a Celestial giving part of their power to their underlings to make them a thing.
But then them turning around on them.
And Silver Surfer does that to Galactus
Right.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
They're setting it all up. Because Galactus is basically like a low-level Celestial.
So you think, just to not cause so much confusion, you think the MCU will just go straight up like freaking, oh my god, what's his name again? Galactus is a I'm forgetting these freaking names, man.
Celestial?
Celestial, yeah. So you think they're gonna say he's a Celestial and that Silver Surfer's an Eternal?
No.
You think they'll go that route?
No, I don't think so. But what I do
Just to
think...
make it easier for us to understand, since they already introduced us to this concept?
I don't think they'll do that. However, I do think what they could do is say he's a low-level Celestial and he's doing a weaker version of what they're doing, which is why he needs a living being.
His fake ass.
You fake ass,
Eternal,
right?
yeah.
You know, Eternal. But the other thing that I think is a possibility is that they can go into a very obscure story that's very popular in Marvel called Earth X. And in Earth X, you find out from a cosmic being that what we didn't know in the Marvel Universe is there's a whole system going on with the Celestials. The Celestials have the impulse to birth more Celestials often. So they go around a lot of planets with life and seed them everywhere, like a lot of them. And Galactus is the check for that. He is there to eat planets that have been impregnated by Celestials. So he eats the planets that have the seeds in it specifically to keep the universe from having too many Celestials. Because when there's too many, they eventually decide to destroy everything.
Right.
So Galactus is the counter to keep Celestials in check.
Right.
Right? And then the reason the planet a Celestial is born on starts to contain superhumans and powerful beings is because they're basically antibodies to protect the planet where they're being born from Galactus. So it's a virus antibody situation in a baby's creation.
That's interesting.
Right? And I'm like, and I know it sounds complicated.
Yeah.
But I think with what we've been given, that's easier than doing what it regularly is in the comics. So I think they could say that. Galactus is there to eat the planets that have been impregnated by the Celestials.
And then pretty much they have like a baby half-born Celestial right now on Earth.
The seed's still there.
You think the Galactus wants to eat that?
Yep. Yep. I think he'd want it even more because it's developed. More power. You know, like maybe he wants to eat that even more.
That's
you know?
cool. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this story here.
A little side information for you about
Yeah.
it. Anything else? All right. So final battle. Or okay, what did you think about the characters? Who's your favorite? Real quick.
I like the homie with the tech, man.
I knew you would love it. Fucking Fastos. Yeah.
I love how he introduced like freaking steam engine. They're like, they're not
too
ready for
fast,
that.
yeah.
That's too much right now. You can't do just,
You know,
just
fine. Here's a plow.
Yeah, just like something easier, like a plow. Yeah, just give him that. That's cool.
And then, and it's funny because that's what shaped our fucking society. Is
Yeah.
a plow. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh man, but he's trying to give us straight up like a freaking engine and shit right away. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, it's like the crazy tech he had. You know, he's pretty funny too. And then I like. I don't know. I like Angelina's. I like Thena.
Thena grabbed my. She's one of my top ones.
Thena
too.
was pretty badass for sure. Actually, I did like Cersei's fucking whole like her powers and stuff. Like even though she's still trying to figure it out, and then the fact that she was able to fucking make it into a bigger thing later on, like I thought that was cool.
Well, I like Cersei. I agree. I think that she was kind of boring, and I'll tell you why from a comic person's perspective. I don't know about from a person going in blind, so you could tell me how you feel about that. But from a comic person's perspective, Cersei's supposed to be the fun Eternal. She's supposed to be the one that.
She reminded me of a Katara.
Yes, and that's the opposite.
She was still Katara.
She's supposed to be Aang. Like Cersei is the one who jokes, the one who makes fun of people, the one who flirts, the one who likes humans, the one who joins the Avengers because she wants to do more with her life. They took that away from her and gave it to everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, Kango was a lot more
fun.
like Cersei. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Makari stealing shit, having a little fun.
True.
That was more like Cersei.
Okay.
And I feel like they took all of her best aspects and gave it to the other Eternals to make them more interesting, which I understand because in the book, they're kind of boring. And like without Cersei and Makari, which sadly Makari is nothing like her comic book version. I like her. She's great in the movie. She's 100% different.
Okay.
She's not only a guy in the comic, she's also a doctor in the comic. She also loves her human life as in the comic. She's nothing like her fucking comic.
Yeah,
version.
that's totally different. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's the only one. Everybody else was pretty close to who they were in the comics. Makari was the only one where I'm like, you're not Makari, but I like you, so I'll accept it. But that's a comic book for fans' perspective about what they did with it. You know, what'd you think going in blind?
I I went in blind for sure because I didn't know anything about these characters at all. I even saw like a post on like Instagram that I saved, but I never went back to see it. And it's like, oh, here's the Eternals before you watch the movie, so you can know how they are in the comics.
It's good you didn't watch that.
I didn't. It's just like a post to read, like all the characters, like a little quick bio each of them. I wanted to read it, just didn't have time, and I forgot about it. But regardless, I actually liked them all. They all had the little things about them that made them pretty cool. Like even homie, which is named Druid, with the mind control shit.
Yeah,
I like his whole thing and like how he wanted to go and just take over everyone and like so I like all that. How he was using humans, but at the same time not. Like that was cool. Like everyone had their own little quirk that they just were cool in some way, but like kind of a bitch in another way sometimes. You know.
You want to know why I think that was happening too? I think they were playing with the comic fans because in the comics, the Neil Gaiman run from 2014, I think. It's basically the same story as this.
Okay.
Except they didn't open it out the way the comic started. In the comic, it opens out one of the Eternals is murdered. And one of them is the traitor.
Well, that still happened. Well, except we
No,
didn't know,
it happened.
Except we didn't know there was a traitor, though.
Yeah, this time, but with this, like, yeah, they kept it from us that there was a traitor. But in the book, you know right away, one of them is a traitor. And they're all suspecting each other.
And you know what? Like, from the beginning, I thought Icarus was going to be the bad guy.
That's funny you said that.
He just had a feel and a look to
He
him.
hates humans.
Yeah.
He's so dry with humans. Like, it seems like he don't like them.
Yeah, like, as soon as we start to like learn a little bit more about him, like he's gonna flip. Like I feel like someone has to flip in this group here. I feel like it's gonna be him.
That's funny. That being said, I feel like he let Gilgamesh die on purpose. Because he was the strongest Eternal. You know what I mean? Like, it was very clear throughout the whole movie, Gilgamesh was the strongest.
Yeah.
And the only reason he wasn't the leader is because he had no interest.
Right.
You know, like, and I was like, he let him fucking die. I'm like, you did that so that he wouldn't be in your way. You know what I mean? Like, you did that on purpose, motherfucker. Like, I want to see the movie again to see if I'm right.
Right.
I feel like he did that on purpose, man.
I felt the same way too. I felt like he could have done something. I felt like he was getting overpowered a little bit there, but I feel like he could have
together they could have done it.
Distracted something.
They're the two strongest ones.
Oh yeah, just teamwork. That's true, right?
And Thena was there. The three of them were the strongest ones. I'm like, the three of you could have killed all these fools if you really tried, but he flew away. And I'm like, you bitch ass, you did that on purpose.
Yeah.
So in my perspective, the comics, the traitor. So first off, there's one of them that's the obvious villain, which they kind of play with that in this, and that's Druig. In the comics, Druig openly tells them, "Fuck you guys. Like, I don't like the way you do it. I'm doing my own thing." And so you think he's the traitor and the bad guy. But as the book progresses, you know who the traitor is? Sprite.
Which still kind of happened.
Kind of, yeah. But in the book, Sprite's the main traitor.
That's great. Is it for the same reasons?
No. Yeah, exact same reasons.
Yeah, okay.
Only the thing is that Sprite erased all their memories and made them all forget they were Eternals.
Oh, wow.
So that Sprite could have her own life.
Wow.
And so she still betrayed them and, like, fucked them over, right?
Right.
But the actual traitor, the one who actually betrayed them all to die, is Thena.
Oh, wow.
Because she's in love with the deviant leader.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, they kind of hinted at that a little bit by having him have Gilgamesh's energy and shit.
Yeah.
They hinted at it, but they didn't go all the way with that. But in the book, and when you see it in the movie at the beginning, she starts attacking them, your first thought, if you've read the comic, is, oh shit, Angelina Jolie's the traitor, just like in the book. And then they throw you as it goes on. So
Yeah.
I feel like this was the best Marvel movie in throwing the comic book fans.
Okay, yeah.
In my
That's
opinion,
cool.
you know?
Yeah, I like that. I could see that. Now you tell me all this, like all those moments you're bringing up, like yeah, those are all total throw-offs right there.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had no connection to the original, but I can appreciate that there.
Right.
But yeah, so like I like them all. They're all pretty cool. Like
Me too.
I got nothing against any of them really, except maybe Icarus is too strong, too OP, but that's about it.
Yeah. You know, one thing I felt was weird at the end, the Unimind. It seems like the Celestial let them do that, didn't it?
Did the Celestial even know what it's doing? It's just being born, dude.
You know,
like who knows like how much knowledge it actually has and what's going on right now.
The only reason I think it was on purpose because in the comics, the Celestial makes an active choice to keep dreaming because it doesn't want to kill all the people that brought it to life. You know what I mean? Like it knows what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it chooses not to fucking be born to protect Earth.
Like I feel like that Celestial needs to be born, just be out in the middle of nowhere, and then one of those fucking other beings come up to like, okay, here's your orders. This is what you're here to do.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing now. And then it goes off on its mission.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get to that point to be birthed and get its orders and its instructions.
Well,
so maybe that's why it let itself die, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I'll give you a way out theory. You know how they said it absorbs the energy of the intelligent life on the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if the sacrifices that the Avengers made is what affected its psyche? Because they said it drains the mental energy of the intelligent life on the planet, and all the Avengers just sacrificed a gang of shit to beat Thanos.
Right.
Tony Stark died on purpose, snapped. And that energy is kind of what pushed the emergence. You know, Black Widow sacrificed something, died for the stone. You know, the Hulk sacrificed something, died to bring people back. I'm wondering if that sacrifice was absorbed by the Celestial, and it chose, you know, like, you know what? I'm gonna let this fucking planet live. It's just a theory. Only reason I even bring it up is because that's kind of what happens in the book. In the comic, like the Celestial chooses to keep dreaming, so it doesn't end what brought it to life.
Right.
But you know, just an idea. I was just like, because they don't imply that they're strong enough to do it with the Unimind, so I was surprised they were able to pull it off. And then they said the Celestial joined in the Unimind. I'm like, so the Celestial wanted to die?
I don't know, right? But she has some power from it still, right? So
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then she used that power on Sprite to let her become human.
Fuck Sprite, bro. I'm so mad she did that. I'm
Yeah?
like, dude, fuck Sprite. Sprite not only betrayed them, but got to get out of the judgment at the end because they made her human. I'm like, fuck Sprite, bro. Like, you were an asshole and you didn't get any of the consequences. Like, yeah, I'm kind of mad they helped Sprite at the end. I'm like, fuck that bitch.
I mean, like, well, I guess Icarus like killed himself in the end, though, right?
Yes. I say, if I was part of the Eternals, I said Sprite, Icarus, and Kango can all die. I'm like, you guys fucked everything up. Like,
Yeah, Kingo wasn't even there at the end, actually.
I know he didn't fucking fight Icarus at the end. I'm like, you
Yeah.
bitch ass. He should have been here,
He just
dude. Like,
bounced.
and he was like, oh, I don't want to fight anybody, so I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, let you guys deal with it. Yeah, it's funny.
The funny thing is, he got that judgment though, even though he wasn't part of that. when they fucking got called into the office when they were fired. They called in Cersei, Fastos, and Kango, right? He pulled them from fucking Earth, snatched them. Man, he snatched them out their car like that Kendrick Lamar skit. You know, I was like, damn, bro. This fool pulled you and said, "You guys fucked up. I'm not happy right now."
Yeah, pretty
That fool
much
was
what he said, yeah.
And dude, other thing, this was the sexiest and scariest Marvel movie ever, dude. What the fuck? There's that sex scene with Cersei and Icarus.
Oh, yeah.
Not complaining. I'm just like, I was very just shocked.
I
like,
was
okay.
shocked how far it went.
Yeah, they showed them naked on the sand together.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you guys
And
really
there
did
was
this.
motions.
And there was motions. On top of that, I don't think it was that big of a deal, but the kiss between Brian Tyree Henry and his husband.
Oh, yeah.
That was a pretty big focus. Also, Kit Harington and Cersei making out. They focused on that for a long time. I was like, this movie is very sexy. I'm like surprised, you know? I'm surprised.
By the way, speaking of Kit Harington, he wanted to be a giraffe.
That was great.
It's like, why? Because he's short, dude? Like,
I know, dude. I was like, if I didn't believe she was a god before, I definitely believed it by seeing her tower over him.
Yeah,
Like, I was like,
right?
she's fucking huge compared to him.
oh, man.
Yeah. So yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I think you were asking earlier, like, why something about Cersei is how she was the main character and how I felt about it compared to like how she's supposed to be. I think the other thing, at least for me, that like kept me focused on her was the fact that she's like so hot.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
She
She's
is.
very fucking pretty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That Gemma Chan chick, yeah, she's hot.
She is for sure. And then on top of that, like she had her Katara moments too, where like she wasn't the funniest, but you can tell she cared a lot, and I think that's what also carried her through. Because
Sure.
I think she's our connection, our human connection.
She is, because she seems to care the most.
Because she
about
cares
the
about
humans.
us, and we want to be connected to her because she's gonna be the one to save us in the end, right?
True.
So I think that's the other reason why she was the main focus of the movie, which I didn't expect.
You're right. I just felt like they could have made her more likable, more like her comic self. But you're right, though. I get that.
More personality.
Yeah, a little more
some way.
personality.
She's totally Katara though. I don't know. I was got Katara vibes from her, and then she like waterbend at one point, right?
yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, she did waterbend for a while.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
And then Tai Chi bringing up the fact that sprites turn into human, so she can age.
yeah, I
When
get
they bring
it.
her back, she should be older.
I don't think they're gonna do that though. I think they're gonna bring the character in exactly as she looks like this. I think they're gonna use this actress again. I think she's gonna be
But she's gonna age.
Yes.
She's gonna get older in real life.
this Eternal thing. This Celestial thing is not gonna take more than a year for him to come back for Esheram. Esheram.
Yeah.
Esheram.
Esheram, yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to take more than a year or two for him to come back and fucking judge the planet, which we're going to talk about that in a minute.
But like, who
'cause
knows when Eternals 2 is coming out though, right?
It's not going to.
We did get the Eternals will return.
If they age her, it's going to be the same actress. Cause I don't.
yeah, it's gonna be the same actress,
Yeah. So.
but she'll be older when they could do this next movie.
So
They'll need a reason for her, like, oh, why is she like a little older than last time? Well, it's because she actually aged in real life too,
See, I feel like they
And
could.
now she's human,
I feel like if they wanted to, they could just fix that in makeup. They make a lot of people look younger than they are. Like Chris Evans, have you seen like how they keep making him look the same age, even though he's fucking much older than when all this started? Like,
Yeah, but maybe they don't want to do it. Like, yeah, we spent too much money on makeup and these other motherfuckers. Let's need to stop doing this. Let's start with Sprite.
yeah, I don't think they would let that affect the plot personally, but I don't know. I guess it's all up to, we'd have to see what they say. But either way, yeah, I like what they did with that. I feel like Sprite's gonna be that same actress, and she's gonna be our voice to the Avengers as to what's going on with the Eternals and the Celestials. Like,
Yeah.
because she knows about
She's a storyteller too, right?
and exactly, and she knows about Captain Rogers and Iron Man. She's the one who brought up Captain America and Iron Man, so she's clearly following the Avengers in some capacity. She's interested, so I could see her like meeting them, like, oh, you guys, you can help. I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
You
You saw the shit going on with the celestial thing in the middle. Let me tell you what's going down.
right?
Yeah. Oh, what's the timeline on this shit?
They talked about it. I wish I could.
Like, it was days after the snap, right? After
Yeah.
everyone came back, right?
Not days. This is a while after this, like a few.
Or is it, like,
it's
weeks?
Weeks or months, I'd say, because they already have posters about program. Like there was a poster about the snap already, so that tells me something's going on. Like, or it's been a while. I believe that they said even before the movie came out that this takes place before WandaVision, like just a little bit before WandaVision.
But WandaVision's so short after, wasn't it? After Endgame, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It was like a month or two after Endgame. So there you go.
So this is taking place somewhere around Falcon and Winter Soldier, says
Yes,
Tai Chi.
around the same time as Falcon
Okay,
and Winter
so maybe
Soldier.
like a couple months or so. Okay.
And I'll tell you this, Falcon said, androids, aliens, wizards. And what are the Eternals? Androids. So maybe the fucking Celestial coming out is their fault, and that's what he was talking about. It's always androids, aliens, or wizards. And Celestials are aliens and
Oh,
androids.
other question I
I'm
have
sorry,
too.
Eternals.
Other question I have too. So, freaking Eagle, the living planet, said he's
This is going to be a long conversation. Because
So-
I've been thinking about this too. All right, go on.
so he planted some shit on the Earth, and we saw that shit like blow up. Never knew what the fuck it was. What was he doing? Why was he planting shit? Does he not know there is a freaking? Oh, I keep forgetting what they're called.
Celestial.
Celestial. God, I can't remember
He
his
is
name.
one, yeah.
And he is one, but did he know that Earth was planted with a seed of a celestial seed too?
I'm going to go out and say no. Because he said when he was born and came to life, he was floating out there alone.
Okay.
And that's why he started procreating. To make more family for
So
himself.
you think he was rejected, or you think he was?
I think he's an experiment.
Damn.
Because the other Celestials can't create life through sex, through birth, through regular
Oh,
shit.
but he can.
But
Maybe,
he
maybe,
can.
maybe he's like half deviant too, and he doesn't know it.
Hey, you know what? That's a good theory. Maybe they decided to inject some deviant shit in him because they created deviants, right?
Right,
As we
yeah.
find out in the movie. You know what, AJ? Maybe. I could see that.
So then he didn't know there was a celestial egg over on Earth.
No, he just
So
seen
whatever
it everywhere he
was-
could.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and which, makes me think even more why he's part of their project because maybe they were trying to find a better way to bring Celestials without destroying the fucking whole planet every time, you know? And maybe it was a fail because they didn't make more egos. You know?
So if celestial seed, are planted into planet and planets explode, right?
They fucked the whole world, yeah.
So Tai Chi, in regards to that, Tai Chi says if Ego bursts out of a planet, he'd kind of be floating out there in space, wouldn't he? I mean,
but he didn't burst out of a planet, I don't think. They didn't say that.
maybe he doesn't know he burst out of a planet. Again, that consciousness, who knows when that consciousness actually comes into play?
But here's the thing. He
Just wakes up floating, he's like, what the fuck am I doing here?
I think that's because with whatever new project they're doing, he is the planet. Do you know what I mean?
He is a living planet, too. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe with his new project,
he's just weird.
He is the planet. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like in some way he's an experiment by the Celestials. I don't think they believe in it or they like it because they never contacted him and never came to recruit
They
him.
lost his number.
Stupid. They just lost
Like,
him.
hey, what happened to that one dude? Fuck, what's his name,
Fuck.
Didn't we leave him out there in that one section of the galaxy?
What's his name? Russell?
Yeah. Will, no.
Right.
Oh, he'll come around.
Which, by the way, this tells me if this ego thing is important to the plot, I think Star-Lord just got his importance back. You know what I mean? Because he's, an untapped Celestial, right? So.
But then again, did he lose that power supposedly after Ego died?
Maybe it's not gone, you know?
Maybe? Okay.
Maybe it's not totally gone. Because
Okay.
apparently Ego, from what we just learned right now, Ego does not understand what the fuck is going on.
I guess so,
maybe
yeah.
he could be wrong.
He was not giving any memos.
Yeah, no memos, no notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about how sexy Eternals is. Dude, how scary was this fucking movie? Now, I'm not saying I was terrified. I'm a horror fan. But there was some moments where I was like, Jesus, like, people's kids are in here? Like, I don't know if you remember the first time a human was fishing and the deviant snuck up on him and fucking ate him in front of
yeah.
I was like, yo, isn't this a Marvel movie? That's my first response. I was like, what the fuck? And they show the deviant, like, fucking swallow him and shit, and you're just like, what? So I'm not mad. I like it. But I'm like, that was weird for Marvel for me.
I don't think the scariness, I don't think that didn't bug me as much as the freaking sex scenes we had and all that romantic shit going on.
You know, it bothered me almost as much because I can't think of a single Marvel movie that ever did that. There was a little bit in Endgame.
Just kidding.
Anyway, there was a little bit of that in Endgame. A little bit, but they never caught anyone. The Outriders never caught anybody.
Maybe this is them testing the seas for, Morbius or
Midnight Suns.
Or because
Wait, we'll get to that. Wait,
yeah,
we'll
okay,
talk about
okay,
that.
All right.
Okay, the other thing that was scary when they went to Druig's camp and the fucking deviant was creeping on the tree and fucking ate that person. Again,
It happens, dude.
that's just creepy.
You
I'm like,
shouldn't-
it's different
you
from
shouldn't be hanging out in the forest by yourself alone like that, when you're shitting trees.
facts. That's true, AJ. And then the other scary ass moment, dude, when Escharum.
You're just scared, man. I don't know. What
Man, bro, we ain't never seen no shit like that. When Escharum ripped them off of Earth,
That was
and
kinda
you see him in the fucking clouds,
that was
like,
kind of scary, though.
bro,
That one was
that's
kinda
what I'm
scary.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
people's kids were in these movies. Like, I'm like,
Dude,
dude,
especially with his eyes like that, I got mad. Also with the Celestial in the fucking water, mad Evangelion-like vibes.
yeah, bro,
For both of those scenes.
Ava, very Ava.
Yeah.
And dude, okay, so then I guess let's get to the ending and the end credit scenes, and then we'll drop this. The ending, he's coming back to judge the planet,
Yeah.
and so in the books,
And he's gonna bring his homie Galactus.
no, he's probably gonna bring the Celestials. And so in the books,
Isn't he the judger or is it the judge?
Escharum the judge.
Yeah.
They all have names. Isam the searcher, the one that we didn't get, Tiamat the dreamer. You know, the one that was supposed to be born from Earth.
Okay.
Isam the searcher is the one who blew up the fucking planet in the Guardians of the Galaxy thing with the Power Stone.
Okay.
And then the most powerful one, the leader, Escharum the judge, who is
Oh,
who we're
shit.
dealing with. He's the strongest one.
That's whack.
Yeah, really whack for us.
Yeah.
But I have a theory. So in the comic books, the fourth host is the end game. That's the real end game. That's where the Avengers, Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, X-Men, everybody has to come out. Ghost Rider, because this motherfucker is the size of the planet and he's ready to fucking just erase everything.
Right.
So in the comics, this is the end game when Escharum comes back to judge the planet and judges it as unworthy. And the reason I think he might get judged unworthy is because of Phastos, which is one of the three Eternals he took. He took
Yeah.
Kango, Cersei, and Phastos.
Right.
And what did Phastos say? He regrets what he did because the humans used it to destroy each other.
Yeah.
And the fucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened. And if Escharum sees that in his mind, that's it for Earth. That's what I think. And this will bring about the fourth host, which is where 4 fucking Celestials come down to wipe the planet out. Not 1, 4.
Damn.
So I feel like what they could do is break this up. And the judge sends a weaker Celestial to come to Earth. And maybe that's what Avengers 5 is about. The Avengers fend off a weaker Celestial, together with a little bit of help from Kit Harington and some other people.
If Peter Quill can defeat one, who just says, small group of Avengers can't beat at a lower level,
with
legit one.
Maybe with the help of Peter Quill or the Black Knight, they could take one down.
Maybe.
And then this will lead to what I think is the end of Phase 5. Escharum comes here himself. And that's where the mutants and the Fantastic Four and everyone has to fucking team up and all right, fuck this fool. Let's fucking stop this shit,
So do you think we just got introduced to our Thanos now?
Yep. I think this is our Phase 5 problem. Not 4, not the phase we're on. This is our problem for the next phase.
Okay.
That's my guess. We'll see. But I mean, I don't... There's
or even 6, maybe.
Maybe even 6, yeah.
Because it took us 3 phases to get to Thanos finally.
True. The reason I think it's 5 and not 6 is because there is one threat worse than the Celestials, and that's the Beyonder. And I think that Beyonder is linked to Secret Wars. So I feel like before we get to Secret Wars, we're going to have to deal with the lead of Celestial. And then we're ready for Beyonder, who's even more powerful than the Celestials.
Interesting.
Beyonder's kind of the top of the line, so... yeah, I mean, that's where I think this is going, man. I also think that, in the comics, the whole thing is that the Eternals die, and they come back to life, reset, with their memories re-blanked. So I think all the ones we saw die could be in that World Forge. And, the one where they create them. I also think the 3 Eternals we saw got taken are in a prison in the World Forge, which they do have a prison in the World Forge in the comics.
The raft.
Yeah, the Eternals raft. Yeah, the Eternal raft. And then I think that's what, if we get Eternals 2, it's going to be about the 3 that we have, Makari, Druig, and Thena, teaming up with Star Fox and the rest of the Eternals in the universe that have been made to do this shit. And they're all going to go to the World Forge together to break out the other ones and get their memories back. Because the Celestials already said they've been taking their memories every time. Yeah. I think if they wake them all up, they're all going to be like, we want our fucking memories back. And it's going to be a war, Eternals versus Celestials.
Okay.
So that's my guess of where they're going with Phase 5 and where this whole thing is headed. I mean, for you that knows nothing about that shit, what do you think?
Fucking sounds crazy, man. I don't even know what to think right now. I'm worried about more the Earth shit. When are we getting mutants and shit? And when's Fantastic Four coming through? And what the fuck's going on with Spider-Man and all? That's what I'm worried about right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about what's going on in space right now.
I think this is a setup for Fantastic Four, though.
But I think so, too. I was going to say that, too. Maybe in a way, Fantastic Four will be involved because it's space shit. That's what they do, right?
They get their powers from space.
Yeah, so maybe that's what's going to happen there.
And in the comics,
what do you think? What if they were in space when one of the snaps happened and that's how they get their powers?
I could see the snap causing a cosmic ray.
Yeah.
And that's what fucking gives them their powers. Just like in the comics.
Yeah, because they kind of show something like energy bursting off the planet when the snaps happen, right? So anyways, that's just a random thought there.
Yeah. One last thing I want to tell you about.
Yeah.
In this Fantastic Four comic I have, right?
Okay.
It's a big one with paper print and all that. I want to actually show you the moment. In the beginning of it, the comic starts with saying, "Stop us if you heard this one before. 4 astronauts get in a spaceship." Right?
Okay, yeah.
And you see these 4 astronauts, but they're weird because they have colored suits. They're not all gray astronaut suits like ours. One guy's wearing a yellow astronaut suit, one guy's wearing a green one guy's wearing a red one, and this girl's wearing a blue one.
Oh, shit, the Power Rangers?
So, they go to their thing, and you totally think, oh, this is about to be the Fantastic Four story, right?
Right.
And then as they're going through the fucking, what you think is the cosmic rays, they're like, this is a story from the dawn of time.
Oh, shit.
Right?
That's
and they
cool.
go through the portal, and they get transformed, and the universe they just came from got destroyed. And they turn into the Celestials.
Oh, wow.
And they are in this new universe, and they created the universe. And they throw you off, making you think you're seeing the Fantastic Four at the beginning. So I'm wondering if they can create a parallel between the Fantastic Four and the Celestials.
Interesting.
Maybe the Celestials are astronauts from a previous universe.
Yeah.
And they got all the power of their universe, and it made them Celestials.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's what the Fantastic Four will be, a weak version of them. 4 astronauts that passed through something similar but weaker. And that's how they got their powers, And that's something that this book highlights. I'd really like you to read it. It's pretty cool, and it's an easy read.
I'm not going to read it, but yeah. Okay, I just had another thought right now that can just totally fuck up everything we just talked about.
Throw me.
Because we're talking about, he fucking arrested him, the new big bad, right?
Yeah.
Are we forgetting about Kang right now? Kang the Conqueror?
Well, I think he's the
How
phase-
is he going to tie into all this shit?
I think he's the Phase 4 problem.
Okay.
Because we still have a lot of movies left in Phase 4.
Yeah, we do.
I think King is our Phase 4 problem.
All right.
And then,
But then I'm also thinking that if he's over there messing with time and stuff, did he not see all this shit happening and he did nothing about it? Like, is this all going according to his plan?
well, what King? Sylvie killed him. So the one that would have
But
seen
he's
all this.
seen this.
But he's dead.
But he has seen it though.
But he's dead.
But he's dead now. I know he's dead. But he's
It doesn't matter what he's seen. What he saw, he saw
Okay.
that, and he was keeping all this from happening. But now he's dead.
No, I don't think he was keeping. I feel like
He
everything because the Kang that died was far at the end of time, right?
Yeah, he's the one. He's the king that was more powerful than all the others.
So that means all this shit has already happened to him.
Not exactly. It's not
No?
exactly.
You don't think so?
No, he said that's not exactly how it works. The thing is that there was only one timeline before Kang died.
Yes.
There was one, and he said, "If you kill me, this opens the multiverse and all the possibilities that come with it, and all the different versions of me that come with it." So we don't know that any of this is in the plans anymore because he's dead now. So all that shit he knows and how it was supposed to go is a moot point now because now there's other Kangs involved. Everything he saw was based on there not being any other Kangs.
So you think there's a possibility we see that Kang try to like go and fix this shit, and they have to go fight him? And he's like, no, you got to stop. Like this is not supposed to happen.
Well, what I think is he also told Sylvie that even if you do this, eventually the way things shake out is eventually I'm going to end up here again. So I think one of these parallel Kangs that he was supposedly keeping from existence will grow to be he who remains and will come right back into that loop again.
Yeah.
So that's what I think based on what he said.
All right, well, we'll see what happens with that too. All right, and then finally,
After credits.
After credit scene. So we got two of them. First one was like Thina and who
And
was that?
Druig and Makari.
Yeah, all on the spaceship, right? Going wherever they're going. Where were they going again?
They're going to find the other Eternals.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're gonna find the other Eternals. That's right.
And they said they've been putting a beacon out for days.
That's right.
And nobody's responded. And
Right.
they're called back Cersei, Kango, and Fastos, and they're not answering.
Right.
And we know why, because they got fucking called into the office.
Yeah.
They're so
They
fired.
got detained.
He told them not to do that shit. They're so fired.
So, and then out of nowhere, we get like some cosmic rays. We get a Bifrost effect, right? And we get a drunken elf or something.
My favorite. I've been waiting for this fool since Infinity War.
Yeah.
If you go back 2 years to some of our podcasts, I've been fucking waiting for Pip the Troll.
Isn't this who we thought which his name was gonna be?
Yep, we thought it, the
Fool from Game of
from
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Oh, I can't believe I can't remember. It's Peter Dinklage.
But yeah, Dinklage.
We
Yeah.
thought he was gonna be Pip the Troll because he was
Right.
casted for Endgame, and I
Yeah.
was like, it's got to be Pip. I was the one saying like, mark my words, it's gonna be Pip.
Yeah.
And because Tyrion is a drunk dwarf.
True. Yeah.
And Pip
okay.
is a drunk dwarf. And I was like, it's got to be him. And you know, and also Pip is very instrumental into taking down Thanos when he has the Infinity Gauntlet. So is Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
And so I was waiting for him for
And
years.
we got neither of them.
Yeah, and then bam, here comes Pip.
He's here now.
He's here now. Patton Oswalt voicing him. And we also got Eros of Titan, brother of Thanos.
Yeah.
Star Fox. Yes, I've been talking about him for a long time. I love Star Fox.
Don't know what he's gonna do. I'm waiting for like Peppy and Slippy to come through and.
He's calling them right now. They're on the way.
they're
you
on the
know?
way.
They're
Okay.
on the way.
Okay.
But no, we do know somewhat of what he's going to do. He's going to join his Eternal brothers, which he admitted that he is also an Eternal, which him being brother of Thanos kind of hints that Thanos is an Eternal.
Right. Yeah.
And he has an orb like Cersei that lets him
Oh, yeah.
contact Isharim, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. And he says he knows where they took his friends. Where they took their friends, sorry. So it looks like Star Fox is going to help them out. And I'm pretty hyped. His costume looked fucking sick.
Now, do you think you'll see him and these other Eternals in the next Eternals movie, or you think we'll see him in maybe Guardians or something like that?
You know, I think we're gonna see Eros and Pip, and maybe even those three Eternals in Guardians 3.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think that's where we'll see them next.
That'd be
Don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Or the other thing I think they could do is they could just save this all for whenever the final game with Escharum happens, and then all this will start coming into play again. Kind of like how in Infinity War, like there was a lot of things set up that weren't going anywhere, like Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, and they were all just kind of waiting for Infinity War to happen, and then bam, all these plots come in. I think they could do that again with this. You know, like maybe we won't see Eros and the Eternals for a long time. Maybe we won't see Shang-Chi for a long time, and then when Escharum gets here, maybe all those plot points will come together in an in-game style story. You know?
Okay.
I could see it.
Yeah, don't know what they're gonna do with him. But yeah, that's interesting. We got a couple new, more characters introduced. And then the last one, the very last one, the very end of the credits, we got the.
So how much did you know about Kit Harington's character? I know I've told you before this movie came out.
And I've heard of him being the Black Knight. Don't know who that is. I doubted he was an Eternal for the longest, and then turns out he wasn't an Eternal at all. And I was like, so why is this Black Knight dude in this movie? I didn't get it. But I guess it's just their way to introduce him, right?
Well, I'll tell you real quick. Cersei mentioned his uncle, and he needs to make amends to him.
Yeah.
The uncle is actually the first Black Knight in the Marvel comic book story because he's part of a group called the Masters of Evil. The Masters of Evil are the counter to the Avengers, led by Baron Zemo.
Oh, shit.
And so they're the first team the Avengers fight.
Oh,
and
shit.
so basically, here's my guess. They're saying Black Knight, his uncle, was a supervillain maybe back in the Ant-Man days. Like maybe he fought.
Oh, that was like further back.
No,
Good.
like recently, like 70s, 60s.
Wasn't there something mentioned about like swords being forged and then like
Arthur, yeah, and the ebony blade, yeah. That just means the sword was around before that, back in the King Arthur.
And then
days.
the one that he has, is that the same sword from back in those days too?
The ebony blade.
So
yep.
I thought they were talking about the villain from those days, like before this current century, you know?
No, there was one. There was a Black Knight that had the ebony blade, but no, that's not who they're talking about.
Okay.
When she's talking about his uncle, he's probably like 60 or 70, and he was probably a villain to Ant-Man.
Oh, and then the whole thing about making amends with his uncle and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, because in the comic books, that Black Knight is evil. There is no good Black Knight at first for like 10 years. And then 10 years down the line, after that Black Knight's dead, they say his nephew came and inherited the sword, and the uncle told him, yo, I was an asshole. I fought the Avengers. I was a bad guy. I shamed our family. I want you to have this sword. Make the family's name right again. I fucked up. And so his way of making the family name right again is using that sword to join the Avengers and fucking do good, you know?
Okay.
But the sword is cursed. Surprise, motherfucker. I'm sure you'd imagine from the little fucking
like
creepy ass haunting things it was telling him, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the little movement it has and there's a curse on it, like bleeding through it or something like that.
Yeah, cursed, you know. All the best
It's
swords.
wrapped in like seals and stuff like that.
All the best swords are cursed. You know how it is, AJ. And so, yeah, the sword, the thing about the sword is it causes berserker mode, bloodlust. It makes you
More Evangelion references.
Yeah, it brings the bloodlust out of you and your darkest parts out of you. And only a knight of pure heart can wield it without it totally taking over him.
Okay.
And hopefully that is Dane Whitman.
Okay.
Now, shall we talk about the voice telling him he's not ready?
Yeah, someone telling him, like, are you sure you're ready to do that or whatever like that, right?
So
I
before
was like, who's that voice?
So before we talk about, because now we know, if anyone doesn't know, that has been said by the director who that is. But before you heard that, AJ, who did you think it was?
I don't know. Like, I thought, like, is that like Nick Fury? I'm like, no, that doesn't sound like him. That would be his time to come in and start asking questions because he knows shit, right?
That would do. When I walked out of
like him.
When I walked out of the theaters, that's who I thought. I was like, oh, it's Nick Fury. Like, he's getting the new set of Avengers. He's the first new set of Avengers.
Right.
The other thing I thought it was the Watcher. I was thinking maybe that was Jeffrey Wright's Watcher because, you know, he comes out right before people are about to make a bad decision. And maybe he just learned from that show we saw and he wanted to interfere before the Fold did it, you know, like, hey, you sure you want to do that, Whitman? You know, that was my second guess.
Yeah, Cars and I were talking about too. We're like, Nick Fury? Like, no, it doesn't sound like Nick Fury. Like, who the fuck is it, you know? We're rocking out like, who else could it be? Like, we don't know anyone else. This is going to be a new character then probably, right?
And you're right, AJ. It was a brand new
Kinda
character.
yeah.
It's a brand new character. Now, it's funny because it's a character we know is casted. So the director only said who the actor was. She didn't say who the character was, but we already know who the actor is playing. And she said, drum roll.
I wish I had a drum.
I only got one hand, so.
Yeah.
Who was it, AJ?
Blade?
Mahershala
Oh,
Ali.
I forgot the actor's name, yes.
Yep, Mahershala Ali, who's already been casted as Blade.
Yes.
Which I like this right away because it tells me Blade isn't just a vampire hunter. He's a supernatural dark hunter.
Okay.
Monster hunter, maybe even.
Yeah. So this is what I wanted to ask you too. Since now that we know it's him, And plus, too, is that why they announced who he was so early on?
Because maybe they're gonna start seeding him.
No, not because of that, but because Eternals was like filmed forever ago, right? That was already planned.
Oh, because he was already in it. You know what? You're probably right, AJ.
So is that why we got Blade so early before even a movie was announced and all that?
Because they said Blade is Phase 5.
Yeah.
And we're like, why are you telling us this now?
Maybe this is why, right?
Yeah, AJ, you're probably right. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was gonna ask, so Black Knight, like, who is he? How does he have anything to do with like Dark World underground things that Blade deals with?
Yeah,
and he does.
Well, you already know his blade's
Okay.
cursed.
Yeah,
So
okay.
he's stuck. He's directly involved in the black magic world.
Okay.
Ever since the King Arthur days, and he often teams up with Blade to slay supernatural shit. That's a
Okay.
thing. Black Knight and Blade like to kick it.
Do you think Black Knight would be like the kind of villain in Blade, or maybe like one of those side villains in Blade, and then they'll team up at the end to defeat whatever the bigger bad is?
Oh, interesting.
And that's a way we get introduced to Black Knight.
I could see it more that the movie would be focused on Blade being an expert in the dark supernatural world.
Right.
And Kit Harington, Dane Whitman, is trying to learn about the dark supernatural world so he can control the Blade.
Okay.
And the reason I think that is because he wants to use the Blade to save Cersei. And in the books, the Ebony Blade can slice the head of a Celestial.
Oh, shit.
And once it's at full power, which normally Dane Whitman can't get to that power level. But things happen. I'm not going to say too much more. But I think he might want to master the black arts, the black magic, to understand it better so he can use it to help Cersei.
Right. Okay. I
And
like that.
I could see
didn't
it
think
being-
about that. I didn't think about how he's going to help Cersei. I forgot that connection there at the end. But okay, that makes
'Cause
sense.
I'll tell you, the end credit scene, that's the only reason he's trying to pick up that sword, is because he wants to help Cersei.
I didn't know why I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I don't think he would ever want to touch that fucking sword unless it was
Yeah.
to save Cersei.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Other question I had too: Has the Black Knight ever been part of the Midnight Suns?
You know what? I don't know.
Or can he
nothing?
be?
Nothing I've ever read has had him part of the Midnight Suns. I will say I think he can be because he fights supernatural shit too. And there is a group in the Marvel Comics called MI6 of all the British characters that fight supernatural assaults.
Okay.
And Black Knight is part of that team with Captain Britain.
Ooh, interesting. Huh?
And now we have Peggy Carter out there.
Maybe, yeah.
And recently, just today, Henry Cavill did an interview saying he would love to be Captain Britain.
Okay.
Henry Cavill, Superman,
Yeah.
saying he's interested in Marvel and he would love to be Captain Britain. And I'm like, could we see Dane Whitman and Henry Cavill and Blade, the three of them all being MI6, maybe not the Midnight Suns?
Okay.
Maybe Agent Carter would join that too from a parallel universe, you know?
Maybe Greg would join.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other thing I want to mention too, the reason this also could fit too is Blade in the comics is British. And Dane Whitman is meeting him in London. So I'm like, it makes a lot of sense that Blade was there.
Okay.
You know?
So maybe he was keeping track of that sword. Maybe he had he had crossings with the sword in the past.
Yes. Maybe he's been watching it, trying to see where it's going to land so he can get it, you know? And he knows who it belongs to, so he wanted to go back into the hands of the family owner before he like told him about it, you know?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was wondering like why this connection, you know? I was like, oh, maybe there's some connection, maybe some Midnight Sun stuff going on. Who knows?
Maybe.
But that's interesting there too. You think? I don't think so. Did you see the Morbius trailer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not excited for that movie, but the trailer looks good.
It looked pretty good.
And you
I
know,
don't think I was about to say. You think we'll see Black Knight in that? Probably not.
no, but I do think there's a chance we could see Blade in an after credit scene, especially now that we know what we know about Venom. I think there's a strong chance we could see Blade at the end of
Which
Morbius.
is why he had to be casted early, guys. Come on.
All part of the deal, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Blade have a long connection too. Maybe they want to do that. Who knows? Spider-Man and Blade have hunted vampires together before.
Yeah, I saw the episode of Spider-Man.
Oh, you saw that one?
Yeah.
Nice,
I thought that
nice.
was dope.
Right? I like how they don't really get along, but they fucking make it work anyway. You know, like
All right. I think, Ari, anything else to discuss?
Unfocused.
All right. I guess not, huh? Should we jump into news then? Oh, wrong button. All right. That's the end of our spoiler. Thank you for enjoying our spoiler on Eternals. Give us your thoughts, peoples, and we'll go to news.
Okay.
This is the news.
The news. What? Let's get it.
Okay, how long are we? We're like already an hour in. We spent a whole hour talking about this movie that. I gotta ask T, but let's jump into some news real quick. I don't even know what to start off with because I have barely anything. Let's talk about this. Valve. So Valve has this Steam Deck coming out pretty soon, right? It's this handheld, kind of like Switch type of thing, right? It turns out that they're gonna delay it. I think I'm not sure when it was supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to come out like November, December. But it's being pushed to February. No surprise, because we all know there's like a shortage and shipping stuff happening, right? Mainly we're having a chip shortage. So that's the reason right now for delaying this. So no holiday, wrapped Valve Steam Decks underneath anyone's tree this year. I'm gonna have to wait for my birthday. Give it to me for my birthday. That's pretty much it with that. In case anyone was just like wondering or trying to get one of these, you have to wait a little longer.
For your birthday, you'll get nothing and like it. Just letting you know.
I probably will. I don't know.
Okay. Other piece of news, real quick. You ever seen that movie, that Christmas movie, Jingle All the Way?
No. Wait. Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes, I have seen it once.
Yeah. So,
getting the trying to get all that one action figure, right?
Yeah, right. The whole thing's about trying to find that the kid's number one toy, Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Right. Great movie. I really like that fucking movie. I don't even like a lot of Christmas movies. It's almost a horror movie. I don't even like a lot of Christmas movies, but that one, I'm like, I love it. And there's a real one coming. Funko is making it.
Okay, nice. Did they not try this once back in the day?
They did. I felt like it was just a few years ago. They
right.
did try this, and I believe it sold out aggressively.
Just like the movie.
Just like the movie, which is, I don't like to see shit coming to life like that. It will be on sale again, $34.88. If you want the original one from a couple years ago, though, the one that came out, when they first tried this, it's on eBay for $300.
Of course.
Of course it is. Of course it is, right?
Yeah.
So, this is a thing. This film was made by Disney, so you already know this is a thing you can watch on Disney Plus right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I believe it's Disney selling this. So yeah, it's available. By
Tiger. Wow. Was it really?
Oh, wow, that's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, Tiger Electronics in partner with Disney. That's right.
Oh wow, Tiger's still around? No, I think
no, not anymore.
No, I think they've been absorbed by Hasbro or some shit like
Gizmondo.
that. Gizmondo. Were they?
Yeah, weren't they?
I don't know.
Wasn't it Tiger and Gizmondo? They got like. I think Tiger and Gizmondo had something.
I don't remember the whole Gizmondo thing. There's some weird shit going on.
There's
with
some
Gizmondo.
mafia shit going on.
Yeah,
Gizmondo.
I forgot about that.
But I'm pretty sure it was Tiger and Gizmondo.
No, I think Hasbro owns Tiger shit because I feel like I saw. Remember they tried to bring back those little handheld Tiger games.
Yeah.
I found one in the store. I was like,
I remember.
I'm like, who the fuck's making these? Did Tiger actually come back? I looked at the back. I'm pretty sure it said Hasbro back there.
Oh, that's funny.
Hasbro took a lot of licenses that they own now. Like Kenner, I think they have Kenner now.
Yeah, Hasbro has Kenner.
Yeah.
All right. So other thing, you could really find yourself. Be careful buying this or trying to find the physical version without buying it online. Because you could find yourself in a real Jingle All the Way situation.
Yeah.
Because this is sold at Walmart as a Walmart exclusive. It wasn't the first time. I think that, a couple years ago when they did it, I don't think it was a Walmart exclusive.
I don't know.
But now it's a Walmart exclusive. So you might actually have to fight people in the same way that Arnold Schwarzenegger did. Just keep that in mind. All right?
You know what's weird thinking about it right now?
What's that?
Like, I don't remember collectibles being like this back in the day growing up. Except for Power Rangers. Power Rangers were hard to find when they first came out.
What do you mean being like this?
Like, just like action figures, certain toys. Because even now, especially like, hanging out with Wags and shit like that, he's always talking about how hard it is to find like certain toys that come out, especially coming out of like, why do we always get these chatters, man? Especially like shit coming out of like the Hasbro Pulse and Comic Con, get these exclusive, and you just sell it like crazy and then get thrown on eBay and shit like that for $1,000, shit like that. Like, I don't remember the shit being like that back in the day.
It was, but I think it was going over our heads.
You think so?
Yeah, because the only reason I say so, because I remember certain toys I'd wanted, not many, just a few. Certain toys I'd wanted would randomly be fucking hard sold out. and they tell you, oh, you have to come back next week. I remember this being, like you said, Power Rangers for sure.
Power Rangers is the only thing I can remember being like that, really.
Yeah, Power Rangers was one of the worst.
Unless it was around Christmas time.
Yeah,
We'll
rule that out. Yeah, we'll rule that out. But I remember there was like these DC toys that I liked. I think they were called DC Superpowers toys. I remember I really wanted Joker, and I really wanted Robin, and you couldn't fucking find them anywhere. And I remember finally finding them at what was called Collector's Guide in the Sherman Oaks Mall.
Okay.
Before it became Toy Mandala.
Oh, okay.
And they had them there for $10 each when the toys were
back
like
in the den,
it was like $6,
$3-4 maybe, honestly.
Maybe three.
I recently came across an old KB Toys ad, like from back in the 80s, early 90s, and like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure was like $3 something. I was like, what the fuck, $3?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like $8. Damn.
That's what it felt like to us back in the day.
Yeah, because it was so much for us. Yeah, you're right. Damn, that's crazy. I had to do like a whole week's of chores to get each Ninja Turtle. A whole week of chores. I remember my dad's like, all right, I'll give you $1. I remember. It's funny. I just remember having to do a whole week. And on Friday, he's like, all right, I'll take you to get one Ninja Turtle. And I was like, damn.
Took you a whole month, huh?
A whole month to get all 4. Yeah, it did.
Man.
Maybe even 5 weeks, because I think I fucked up 1 week and I had to wait. Couldn't get Michelangelo right away, like.
It's crazy too. Like back in the day, thinking about it right now too, Ninja Turtles. I could always find the turtles. It was hard for me to find like the enemies, like Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder.
I only had Bebop. Couldn't find Rocksteady.
I never had Shredder.
Bro, couldn't find Rocksteady or Shredder. Couldn't find Krang. I remember there was a Krang toy.
I had a Krang.
I couldn't find him. I remember there was a Krang toy, and I was like, he's on the back of the box, but I never see him on the shelves. I remember that feeling.
Yeah, I remember some of those like enemies in the back. You will see them like, I want that dude, but never see him.
Yeah.
So maybe it was that hard. We just didn't realize it.
I also think it wasn't on this big of a scale because these things weren't as popular as they are now. Because now there's whole movie industries behind some of these things.
Yeah, I think everyone that was a kid back then is now old enough to buy their own shit. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. And I'll tell you for sure what was a thing before that we just didn't notice was Hot Wheels. And because the special Hot Wheels cars, I remember as a kid I liked the special ones, the ones that would randomly have a little figure in them, ones that would randomly have some chrome on them, and they were so hard to find. AJ,
I never collected Hot Wheels when I was a kid.
I didn't collect them, but I was the type of person where if I saw something and I liked that one thing, I wanted that one thing. And dude, there was this Hot Wheels race car, a racer, it had a little green plastic figure glued into it. Right? Man, I had my mom looking for 2 weeks to find that thing. And eventually one day I just found it randomly for regular price, like $3-4, and I bought it. And it was fine. But I remember we looked for it for a long time. She'd even ask people. I brought the little fucking back of the card with me to show the people that, oh, I've seen it, or no, we haven't seen it.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I think it's definitely been happening, just not on the scale that we're seeing now.
Yeah, maybe we're just not noticing it as much back then. Anyways, that's cool.
Yeah. All right, so keep an eye out for Turbo, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna do Walmart shit. I wouldn't.
Go ahead and drop more since I barely have anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, okay, so Lake Bell. Do you know who she is? She's a voice actress.
Okay, not
she's
Kristen Bell.
No, Lake Bell. She's a physical actress and a voice actress, but
a physical actress.
The only physical thing you might have seen her in, that you've actually seen her face and her body. The only thing you might have
physical, huh?
The only thing you might Have you ever seen How to Make It in America?
No.
Oh, you should watch it. Kid Cudi's in it. It's a really good show.
Interesting.
And the show's good. It's not just okay. It's a good show. She's in it. And anyway, it's she's an actress, but you probably don't know her from that. The things you might know her from is Marvel What If.
Interesting.
Lake Bell is the voice, I believe, of Captain Marvel, but more accurately, because people said Captain Marvel's voice wasn't great.
Okay.
She was the voice of Black Widow,
which
people said was really good.
And yeah, it was.
Lake Bell has brown hair naturally. You know, that's just how she looks normally. But she's been seen on set of Wakanda Forever, and she has this red hair, and she was the voice of Black Widow in Marvel What If.
So
people are starting to speculate that she might be a parallel universe version of her.
Oh,
and we don't know how big this parallel universe thing is right now. We know that Spider-Man, WandaVision, and Loki have been fucking with it a little bit.
Right.
But if this really gets big enough, and Venom,
Okay.
if this gets big enough that this is going to spread to the rest of the Marvel universe, maybe she's about to be Black Widow. It's very possible.
Interesting.
And without spoiler alert for How to Make It in America, she has the body for it. That's all I'm gonna say. And
in this picture, she looks a little older though.
I mean, that's her now. That's how she looks now.
Yeah.
But makeup, bro. Come on.
But maybe she would be like an older Black Widow or something like that.
Maybe. I don't know how.
She's seen some shit,
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't really know how they're going to play it, but all I know is look at that hair.
Yeah.
That looks like fucking Natasha's hair to me. And she just voiced Natasha in a show just a month ago. So I don't know, man. What do you think? What do you think?
Exactly what I just said. Like maybe she'll play like an older version from a different universe that just seen some shit, Maybe it'll be the exact same Natasha we just saw in What If,
From the Ultron world.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Like maybe she'll be that Natasha from the Ultron world.
Yeah.
Especially since they've established that some people can have different faces, like Loki.
Or Rogue.
Man, I wish she was Rogue. She'd be a great Rogue. No, she doesn't have the accent. Nah, she gotta have the Southern accent. No, she can't do it.
Are you sure she can't do it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never heard her do
Maybe
it.
she naturally has it, and she's been playing it all this whole time.
Damn. Skills. But yeah, so Lake Bell is, getting a bigger role in Marvel. So it's not just her What If performances. She's actually going to be more involved in Marvel going forward. We don't know what that role is, but she is at least going to be in Wakanda forever. She's in that movie. Other things people have thrown out, she might be a random S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Yeah.
She might be the liaison for S.H.I.E.L.D. in Wakanda.
Yeah, maybe taking Black Widow's role.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Maybe she's Black Widow too.
And if she was Black Widow, does that mean we're going to see Florence Pugh versus her
Or maybe-
at some point? She's like, Yelena Belova.
Oh yeah.
Maybe she's like, you're not my sister. And she starts fighting her and shit. Like, maybe a whole fucking thing.
Or maybe she is a Black Widow. One of the many Black Widows.
Yeah, maybe. We know there was a Wakandan Black Widow. Remember in that, in part of that guy's fucking groups of widows he'd taken. There's a Wakandan one.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe there is a connection there. Good point, AJ. I like that. That's a good, easy point to make. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah, don't know, but interesting.
Let me do another one then. Okay, so AJ, are you ready to hear this, man?
I don't even know what it is.
Are you
I'm
ready to hear this, man? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna save it.
Okay. I guess you did.
You're not ready. You're not ready. I decided. I'm sorry. I decided for you, AJ.
All right.
But okay. Mighty Ducks.
Quack,
Anyone doesn't know? Quack. Mighty Ducks. There is a live action show that's been debuting earlier this year on Disney Plus. It's called Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
Yeah, Carla's been watching it.
I heard it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, she's enjoyed it.
Yeah, Emilio Estevez is in it as Coach Bombay.
A lot of the old actresses have came back. I'm not sure if that's a spoiler or not.
I
warning,
figured,
guys.
but I didn't know. Okay, I'm excited. I've been meaning to watch this show. I just haven't taken the time, but I'm gonna watch it.
Because I remember her freaking out one day as I was being that walking into the room. She's like, "Oh my god, it's this! Oh my god, this person!" I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Damn, I should watch it with Raheem. Me and Raheem watched all 3 Mighty Ducks movies together.
I've seen them each maybe once, and that's it.
It's knuckle puck time. Anyway,
All I remember is quack. That's all I remember.
But sadly, if you're a fan of this show, which has gotten a small fan base, if you are a fan of it, sad news: Emilio Estevez will not be returning for season 2.
Denied.
He says he's not. They're not very specific on what's happening, but I think he's not getting along with the producers, or whatever they're doing with it. He says creative differences. But that means anything. If you know anything from this podcast, creative differences can mean anything from they don't agree on this story point to he punched my wife in the face and I'm mad at him now. You never know. Creative differences means anything. But apparently he will not be part of Game Changers season 2. I'm sad to hear that.
They're not what they're all quacked up to be about, like you thought they were.
Yeah, they're not. Stop it. 1 point, AJ. But yeah, so sadly there won't be any of him in the next season. But if you're a fan of it, which I am, I'm gonna definitely still watch season 1, and hopefully I don't get too attached to him being in it. AJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nintendo, they finally got Bowser, dude. Bowser's
The executive Bowser or actual Bowser?
No.
Okay.
No, not the Bowser that works for them, not him. They got a different Bowser. Someone named Gary Bowser. He's being sued for $4 million because he's a Nintendo hacker. He pleaded guilty on privacy charges against Nintendo.
Oh shit! And his name is Bowser.
His last name's Bowser, by some chance.
And then they have an executive named Bowser.
All of a sudden, all these Bowsers are coming out of the woodwork.
I've never met one in my life, and now there's
Right?
2, and they're both connected to Nintendo.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
I have no clue, but this Bowser, Gary Bowser, he's a 51-year-old Canadian hacker. Pleaded guilty to multiple charges on hacking against Nintendo's like systems and all that. He must now pay $4.5 million and face up to 10 years in jail.
Why do I see like the cops taking him away? He's like, Nintendo ruined my life. They called me Bowser in school, and I was a criminal because of it, and that's why I'm doing this. I want to hear his story. I want to hear his documentary.
And then Mario's back there like, that's what they all say, you know,
Right?
putting
Fucking-
his head inside the
Fucking
car.
Chris Pratt's like,
Chris
just putting his head in the car. He's like, get in here, motherfucker.
Oh, by the way, also Chris Pratt announced last week right after the show that he's also going to play the voice of Garfield in an upcoming Garfield animated movie.
How do you feel about this, AJ?
You know, I was okay with him being Mario because I'm not that attached to Mario.
What?
But now you're coming into my turf to Garfield and friends? Like, come on. Like,
Man.
you're already Star-Lord, dude. You already got Marvel.
He's also going to be the new voice
I
of...
let you go have Nintendo. You know, that's okay, you know. But now you're coming to Garfield?
He's also going to be the new voice of Optimus Prime.
Pausing corporate. What the
No, I'm
fuck?
fine,
I was
I'm
going to
fine.
say, like, dude, don't tell Will that.
I said that specifically for Will. No, that's
Yeah,
not
I
true.
wouldn't doubt it, though.
I know, right? The role he's on, like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just joking. That's not really happening, guys.
Oh,
That's just
man.
something I said.
But the Garfield thing is supposedly is happening. I didn't even know there was a new movie coming out. Hope it's not another live action version. It's supposed to be animated though, so that should make it better. But anyways, back to this news. So this Bowser dude, he was part of Team Executor,
Executor, yeah. Executor.
which no, I think it's Xcutter, Zcutter.
Okay,
Team
fine.
Zcutter. It's Xecuter.
Oh, no, Executor. Yeah, they're just spelling it fun.
Okay, yeah,
But
it is
it's,
this weird
It's
fuck, yeah.
Executor there, yeah.
But yeah, he's designed and sold consoles with microchips and mod chips that allowed people to play pirated games and all that, right? So that's what and ROMs and so that's what he's getting fined for and all that. So yeah, this interesting story that it's a Bowser who's getting fined for all
Of
this
course it was.
over Nintendo shit. Anyways, and then yeah, another news, Garfield. All right, go on.
All right. So if anyone knows or has been to Japan, you know that there is a big ass Sega building in Harajuku.
Right.
Sorry, not Harajuku. I'm sorry, Akihabara.
Yes.
And that's the Electric City, the video game Electronic City.
That's Scranton was the Electric City. Go
No,
on.
Akihabara is. And they have a big ass Sega building with a whole bunch of fucking fighting games and battle games and strategy games. On every floor, there's something different. You
Or
know?
had.
Because they got closed on September 20th, as AJ so
Yeah.
keenly pointed out. Good shit, AJ.
I think we talked about that. I think we should have brought it up. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we did. No, yeah, I think it was news here. Yeah, so it's been
or that it was closing pretty soon.
yeah,
I don't
and-
think we talked about it actually closing.
yeah, it has closed. It's been closed since September 20th. No longer going to be in Akihabara. So don't go there looking for it. However, you can go to Ikebukuro, which is also a district in Tokyo, not that far from Akihabara.
Oh, okay.
And they have rebuilt it there.
Oh.
It's called Sega Ikebukuro Gigo.
Oh.
And
they
it's
moved it?
just opened October 22nd.
Oh
So
shit.
if you want to go there and have the same experience, it's pretty close. The only thing is they've changed a couple things. They do have an underground floor now,
Hey.
and that's all gotcha machines, which are those
Ah,
machines where you
yeah.
put quarters and money in to get
Crane
little figures.
machines.
Yeah, no, not crane machines.
Oh, just
there
like
is a
the
building across.
dispensers?
Yeah, just the dispensers.
Hmm.
There is a crane Sega store across the street from it. So if you want the crane machine one, that is there across the street. But if you're a fighting gamer,
Either
this
way,
is
they
here.
gotcha.
Yeah, and they, that's funny. And yeah, their basement floor is not only dedicated to gotchas, but also to console arcade games, specifically the Mobile Suit
Console?
Gundam. Yeah, console arcade games.
Oh, okay, like those big ones. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Specifically the Mobile Suit Gundam, the Gundam Versus ones, which I showed off the last time I came back from Japan. Like you're actually in the Gundam. Oh my god, they're so good. And then the other floors continue with other fighting games that we know from both the 90s, the early 2000s, and modern. So it's basically what it was before. So you can go there, check it out, and continue in Ikebukuro. And if you want your fighting game fix, that's how you're gonna get it.
Okay.
AJ, I still haven't taken you there. I really want to take you one of these days.
Yeah.
I know you and Cars would love to see that shit. Other things to say real quick. Remember that game, Jump Force, that we had wanted to like, but it was shitty, so we didn't like it.
We never actually played it, but we played similar versions, and it's just been dubbed.
No, but we waited for the review and saw the gameplay, and we were like, nope.
Yeah, like that's what we waited for the gameplay. Like, what does this play like? It better not play like those freaking arena fighter, and it was an arena fighter.
Yeah, which exactly we didn't want. Oh man, I just wish it would be just a fighting game.
Come
Like,
on,
I
just give me
wish,
side,
dude.
at the very least, 2D fighter type. 3D fighter like a Tekken would be cool, but it's okay if you just give us,
Well, apparently we're not the only ones that realized it sucks, because they will be shutting down their online services next year. Already, they're both their battle arena system, how you can play each other,
Yeah.
and as well as their digital storefronts to buy it.
I'm kind of sad, but
It's not good though. Like I'd be sad too if it was at least okay, but it's just not good.
I just
man.
hope they understand that it's not the fact that this property sucks and these characters suck. It's the fact that the engine sucks.
Yeah,
I hope they know that.
Just get ArcSys or Namdai or someone to make you a game, guys. Come on, stop being bitches. Like, just get someone who knows what they're doing to do it.
Namco Bandai does make those type of games though, like the Naruto ones. That's them.
Yeah, but I don't think it's them behind this one, right?
Jump Force. I don't know exactly who was.
Well, I think it's Shonen Jump that's doing Jump Force.
But they
games.
didn't make the engine and all that though, right? Like I don't think they were behind all that.
I don't know.
Yeah, Bandai Namco's behind
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, well, okay, specifically get their Tekken team, get their Street Fighter 5 team, like get these motherfuckers to get their Soul Calibur team. Get these motherfuckers to make you a game. Like, why are you letting this suck? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's your biggest franchises in Japan. Like,
I'm pretty sure,
so shocked.
like the Soul Calibur team. What are they called again? Team. I forgot their name.
Oh, me too. I can't believe I can't remember it.
Not
Soul?
Team Nightmare. Team Soul. I think it's Team Soul, right?
It's Team Soul. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Nightmare's their logo, but it's Team.
Yeah,
it's
Team Soul. The Tai Chi's there. But yeah, Team Soul. Yeah, get them. I'm pretty sure they're not busy right now.
No, we're done.
Soul Calibur stuff.
We're done.
I mean, Soul Calibur doesn't want to be done, but like it kind of is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't think they're busy. I'm pretty sure they want some work.
Well, the shutdowns will.
And start off with Kenshin.
Right? Oh my god. Dude, imagine a good just Kenshin fighting game. Like, I'd be so happy.
That'd be dope enough, right?
Right? And you and I have talked about it before. And that's why we settled with Soul Calibur. Because we were like, oh shit, this is the Kenshin fighting game we
here's
want.
Kenshin right here.
Isn't that why we played that game? We're like, yeah,
I think
look,
we kinda-
they have all of our
one the reasons,
styles.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. Okay, so the Jump Force game will be slowly being removed from digital media starting February 7th, 2022.
Just before my birthday.
Yep, I'm sure you're not mad. And this will be different depending on the platform. PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC will all be phasing it out differently. So you never know. But all we know for sure is that August 24th, 2022 will be the last day that this game has any online service whatsoever. So if you're into it, play it now. Starting February 7th, shit starts disappearing. So
Damn. Should we go get it now?
No.
And try it?
Yeah.
Like how, man. So just for the longevity of this game now, like how are you gonna play it? Because
You're going to have to download the copy now.
no, not only that, but because the way this game works is that it's that arena fighter style, right? So you're looking from behind one of the characters, and your opponent should be on a different screen looking behind their character, right?
Yes.
But if you guys can't connect online,
Ooh,
how are you gonna
I
play
didn't
this?
think about that. That's a good point.
That's the problem with these arena games, guys. Like, it's stupid for one person to play it like side by side on one screen, so you need two screens, but you shouldn't have to need two screens. So that's the whole
Should
point.
never have to need two
No.
screens. It should be a bonus, not a necessity.
And that's why Pokken is not like the greatest game right now either, because of that same reason.
Same reason, bro.
It's a good game though, but like the fact that you had to play like on two screens just to make it worth it for both players to be like equal, like it's just, yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, crazy, man. You want me to do another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick.
But yeah, this whole Jump Force thing closing down is more bittersweet. Like, I'm kind of happy it's closing down because the engine's dumb, but I'm not happy because I don't want them to think that we don't like these characters all together in one
that's
game.
not why we don't want to play
Yeah.
it. Like, you know what's funny? Jump Force and Jump Force All-Stars, which were the very first two, were the best ones.
That one on the DS that you
Yeah,
had?
both of them were on DS.
That looked dope,
They were
yeah.
both on DS, yeah. Those were the best ones, and literally every game after, it's been downhill.
It's going down.
It's literally like they get worse every time. I'm like, dude, just make it a 2D animation fighting game like Smash Brothers, because that's what it was.
And this one had a lot of cool characters too, actually. Because thinking about it, I didn't know who they were at the time.
They put
but-
Gon and Hisoka in it, right? Are Gon and Hisoka in this? Like,
isn't the king in there too?
it's Gon and Meruem. You're right. It's Gon and Meruem.
Yeah, Hunter. There's a lot of characters like Kurapika's in there too.
What?
Biscuit and
What?
Miriam.
Dude, Biscuit's in it too?
That's crazy. Yeah, and Killua too. Wow, that's cool.
Dude, I almost want to play it, but I don't want to be sad. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? I'm gonna just be sad because the game sucks.
Gaara's in there. Who's
Blue Straw Hat.
who's this?
Kaguya. Oh, that's the final bitch. Remember?
Oh, really? They put her in there?
Yeah.
Madara's in
Uchiha Madara. Oh my god, I'm so sad this game sucks, dude. Imagine how sick it would be to play Uchiha Madara like with all his powers that we saw.
Yeah, Kenshin and Shishio.
Oh, Shishio's in there.
Yugimoto and Seto Kaiba.
Young Tagoro?
Like the buff dude, not older Tagoro.
Oh, I thought they meant okay. I thought they meant him like in his. You know what I'm talking about? Like him when he fought in the Dark Tournament.
No, okay.
I was like, what?
No, like
That's random.
the younger brother Tagoro.
Okay.
And Hiei's in there.
He is in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
He's kid.
surprise. Remember they surprised us with the Hiei
Yeah, I remember
thing?
that.
I was like, that's tight.
Yeah. See, there's so many good characters, but this is the engine.
Dude, I'll tell you, me and AJ were so hyped when we saw Hiei was in it and we saw Hisoka was in it. We were like, oh, this looks dope. And then the game just sucked and we weren't excited anymore. You know, like
This is like having a car with all the cool bells and whistles, good stereo
And it doesn't
system,
start.
But yeah, like it runs on like on a freaking Power Wheel like battery and shit, you know.
It's true, man. It's true. Very sad, man. But yeah, so that Jump Force, man, is going away. Oh man, I can't believe they let that happen. Okay, real quick, this little small piece of news I'll throw out. Elvis Costello, the famous singer with his band,
yeah.
you know, he is a big fan of anime apparently, and he loves the anime Hands Off Eizouken, which is a really fucking good anime. It's hilarious, and I just didn't think popular artists had time to watch anime and shit, so I just love that he promoted that randomly. Like, yo, he said specifically, Hands Off Eizouken is one of the best animes I've ever seen, one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, Elvis Costello, yeah, let's fucking push some anime forward. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna write some music for it now too.
yeah, that'd be so funny. A whole album based on it, you know?
Or no, just like he's like the opener. Imagine him like as an opening.
Oh, like
for,
he
like,
talks
an
at the
anime.
beginning of it.
No, like he like actually
Oh, a
writes,
voice or a character
no,
or just
he
a song?
writes the opening theme to an anime.
Oh, yo, season 2, man. You guys got an option. You guys got an option,
Right?
man. Yeah, dude. I love Elvis Costello. He's a little old, so I was surprised he's into anime.
Oh shit.
He's not.
Good
He's
point.
not super old, but he's just a little old. I'm just like, dude, you like anime? What the fuck? So that's cool. I like
It's
that.
like finding out your dad likes anime.
Right? Exactly. You're like, what the fuck? What are you watching? I think that's all right. AJ, your turn. Go ahead. Hit with something, man.
Oh shit, I wasn't ready. Okay, so like so this one's funny. Ubisoft, they just put out this new game called Far Cry 6. Who the villain is the same dude. What's his name from freaking oh my god, I'm gonna have two things going in my head. Mandalorian, the bad guy there. Freaking
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. Yeah,
The guy who I think should be Doctor Doom.
he's the villain of this game. They actually got his face like scanned into Far Cry 6, and he's playing the villain of this game.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay.
So they're kind of using him. Apparently, he taunts you a lot throughout the game, right? So if you're playing Far Cry 6, you got to sign up and, agree to some shit, right? Yeah, as games have you do most of the time. One of those things that you don't know about, though, is that you're agreeing to getting emails from the company for, like, random shit, right? So one of these things is that if you're not playing this Far Cry 6 game, you're going to get an email from Ubisoft as if it's that villain in the game telling you like, hey, why aren't you playing the game? Like, I'm going to take over shit if you don't come back. Like, just kind of taunting you throughout the whole thing. But it's pretty much telling you like, hey, you haven't played this game in a couple of days. And like,
Where you at?
Yeah, where you at? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And some people are getting annoyed with it. Some people like it because,
I
hey,
would
this is fun because, hey, this character is like taunting me, emailing me. That's cool. But other people are like, yo, why are you like...
harassing me.
And how do you guys know how much I've been playing, and how do you guys know when I'm not playing?
Honestly,
and shit, you
dude,
know?
it's a fair point. I'm like, why is this it's like they're taking that Metal Gear Solid thing they did back in the day. Remember the memory card would remember like and notice things that you played. Do you remember that game?
Oh, I heard stuff like that happening before.
It's like that, but it's not funny now because there's the internet.
Yeah,
so it makes
exactly.
it not funny now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
why are we doing this? Like it's scary. I get that.
Yeah, so like people are like, yeah, it's like two different sides, but most people are just like really upset. I think they went ahead and just stopped doing it because the people were complaining about it. But like cool mechanic, but just kind of creepy for this time and age, right? Like if it was like an in-game thing, that would be cool. But like the fact that it's actually emailing you in real life, that's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting story that people are talking about out there right now.
Okay. Other quick piece of news: it's the 67th anniversary for Godzilla. So the Japanese company Cup of Noodles is gonna celebrate.
Another cup of noodle thing.
Yeah, they love to fucking ham it up. So there's a picture too. There's a Cup of Noodles Godzilla series going on with the art of Godzilla and special flavors coming out. You guys can keep an eye out for those coming out. I believe they're called Hungry Days.
Atomic Breath.
Yeah, right.
No.
So it's gonna be a whole kaiju theme coming out for all the Cup of Noodles stuff. So if you're a Godzilla fan and you like to collect memorabilia,
Tastes like moth.
right? Mothra. If you're a fan of Godzilla, and this is probably gonna be worth something eventually. So if you want to just get a couple to hoard and then a couple to try, and you're that type of person.
These should also last for a while, right? Because it's this dried up food, right?
Yeah.
So
you keep
maybe
that,
you could already save this into the zombie apocalypse days and stuff and be good,
or sell it on eBay. But this is coming in 2022. There's no actual release date for it, but it's coming up soon. So this is just a heads up for fans of Godzilla. This is something you might want to have if you like.
For the 67, that's a weird number to celebrate like this on.
It is a weird number to celebrate on.
67th?
Dude, these days people make fun out of any anniversary date. I've been noticing, like, if it doesn't matter. 65th anniversary, 55th anniversary, like they make it cool somehow. It's
those make sense. The 67th?
Yeah, so it feels like random, right? So last week I talked about how Adidas has a specialty thing going with Xbox.
They also have those Lego sets. Have you seen that? I forgot to talk about it.
Wait. Bring that up. What are you talking about? Let's talk about that.
The Lego Adidas?
Adidas Lego?
Yeah. I think it was Adidas.
What?
Yeah.
Explain.
They're just a Lego set that you build, and it's a shoe. Go to Lego themselves right here. And what's funny is I saw this in the store, and it comes in a freaking shoebox. Oh, get out of here.
It doesn't come in a shoebox? What?
That's the box that it comes in.
Oh, that's cool.
Saw this in the Lego aisle. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, these shoes.
Can you wear it?
It depends on how blocky your feet are.
If you're a 2D being, you'll fit perfectly in this.
If you're from Minecraft, perfect fit.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, this is an actual thing. You're not talking about this then, huh? It comes with a shoe stand.
No, that's cool. Adidas is on fire right now. Huh?
They may not have your size though, guys. Just fair warning right now.
No, what I was talking about was Adidas has a special series coming out for the Xbox, and where they mimic the Xbox 360 and the style of it and the different colors of it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
They're not done.
Oh shit.
They ain't done yet. You call them medium rare if you want, because they ain't done yet. But they also did a Star-Lord shoe, 2 versions of them for Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, a friend of ours is saying this is more of a reference to the video game, the more modern video game that's just been put out like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
But, it kind of looks like the Ravager symbols from the movie, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I love it, man. I mean, the red one is kind of whack. I don't like the random green in it.
That Star-Lord red,
I like the red. I'm just saying, the random green tag, whack. I don't like that. But I like the blue and white one because the tag is blue too, and it still has the Guardians reference.
Right.
And yeah, it's a pretty cool thing if you're a fan of Star-Lord or Guardians in general. If you turn the shoe to the side, it has Soul written in with a skull on it on the side, which is the Ravager symbol.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little extra thing they added on.
Yeah. All right, that's
but
cool.
I would actually buy those blue and white ones, man. Those are pretty fucking sick. I like them. I wish they didn't put that green tag on the red ones. I feel like I could like it a lot more.
Just paint it.
But dude, I love there's so many cool nerd shoes. The only thing I'm mad about is I didn't get the Ghostbuster shoes. I'm so mad. I just didn't have time and I wasn't thinking about it. And I'm just mad at myself more than anybody else. I want those Ghostbuster shoes. Anyway, wait, how much you got left? Like 2?
1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me go again. Okay, Yu Yu Hakusho, the live action.
What?
We've talked about it before, right?
Oh yeah. I forgot about this dude was casted, right?
Yeah, man, that shit's really happening. And we got some details, man. I don't know if this is because of the whole One Piece and Bebop thing stirring. For anyone who doesn't know, Cowboy Bebop, the live action, comes out next week. So for anyone who's not fucking on that game, there's already trailers and teasers out. You should check it out.
Is that before or after our next episode? It's before our next episode. It's the 15th when it comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we should hopefully have watched some or all of it by the next episode
Yep.
of Unfocused, possibly.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I fucking can't wait. But yeah, man, Yu Yu Hakusho, dude. The live action version finally has a release date. It's not a specific
It does?
day. It doesn't have a specific day, but it tells you December 2023. Yu Yu Hakusho season 1.
Damn, 2023, man.
Netflix.
Wish you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I wish we just didn't talk about it because now I'm just going to be waiting.
Well, I'll get you hyped. If you
No,
want to get yourself in the mood,
don't.
there is a show which is directly adapted from a manga called Alice in Borderlands, and that is
If
made
you-
by the exact same studio who's making Yu Yu Hakusho. And people say that is one of the best adaptations from manga to live action ever done ever. And that's the same studio doing Yu Yu Hakusho. What are you gonna say?
If you start right now, you watch one episode of Yu Yu Hakusho a week, it'll drop by the time you finish the last episode.
But you know what? You won't watch one a week. You're gonna watch at least 3.
Yeah, you're going to watch like 3 in 1 hour.
But yeah, man.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, and like I said, if you want to get a taste of what these guys can do. Oh shit, he ain't got casted?
Is that?
Click it, because that's
Oh my
Yusuke on
God.
the left.
I just said, is it? Oh my God.
Oh shit!
Unconfirmed.
Oh, unconfirmed. No, okay, no, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, never mind.
He
Okay,
was talking to Netflix.
that don't mean shit. It could be for anything. They're doing so much Japanese shit right now. That don't mean shit. He's talking to Netflix. Who cares? But that is Yusuke. That's the actor for Yusuke right there. That is confirmed.
I like it.
Yeah, he looks good. But yeah, so Yu Yu Hakusho is coming December 2023. We don't know the details except for season 1 will focus on the arc, The Spirit Detective. That's all we know. So hopefully we'll meet Hiei, Kurama, and Kuwabara all in the same arc. We'll just see.
Yeah, it should at least, yeah.
Yeah, 2023, December.
And I think we had a whole discussion before about how the first season could go.
Yeah, we did. We talked about
Yeah,
it, like how we would want it to and how it could go.
Yeah.
Other fun things about this, if you want to get a taste of how these guys adapt things besides Alice in Borderlands, this is also the same studio that made the Bleach movie, which is actually really fucking good. I really like the Bleach movie. I'm sad they're not doing a part 2 because I liked it a lot. But yeah, that same studio is handling this, so I'm excited, especially since Bleach was made to be in the spirit of Yu Yu Hakusho. I think there's good synergy there. You know, I feel like so I'm excited.
Okay.
We'll just see what happens. Other news. In the same realm of the live actions, Cowboy Bebop comes out next week, I believe,
Right.
next
Monday?
Monday.
15th, right?
15th,
So
Monday.
it's Monday.
So next Monday, we're getting Bebop. Also, One Piece. Anyone that knows anything about me and the anime that I like knows that I love One Piece. We finally got the cast for the live action Netflix One Piece.
What the fuck did they announce they're going to do a live action One Piece?
We've talked about it
Really?
a lot of times on this podcast, but it's okay. You don't worry about it. It's something, that I've been heavily anticipating and scared of, and also excited for. A little bit of both. Only reason I'm excited is because the creator is involved, and the creator fucking got to handpick the cast himself.
Okay.
And he said way before he casted them, what race he wanted everyone to be, or what country everyone was going to come from. And he said he wanted Luffy to be Brazilian specifically, but if not, some kind of South American. Zoro, he wanted him to be Japanese. Nami, he wanted her American. Sanji, he wanted him French. Usopp, I think he wanted him Italian or something. Guess what? He got pretty fucking close to all his predictions, and they all basically are what he projected them to be casted as. And there's a little video you can see with all 5 of them, which is the first 5 main characters of One Piece. One Piece actually has 11 main characters, but they slowly get them as the show goes on, which makes it unique. You don't see that in many anime. But it starts off for a good 1 or 2 seasons just about the main 5 characters, and they've all been casted. There's a little video with them talking about who they are, how excited they are to be part of it, and what they know about their characters. They sound like they know a lot about their shit. They don't sound like they're bullshitting. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I really like the look of all of them. Even the Luffy kid, his hair is a little wild for Luffy. People have been pointing out, but you know what? His face, his energy when you see the video, he looks young and energetic and like, yeah, I'm down for whatever. That's fucking Luffy. And I'm
That's
just
cool.
excited. I'm excited. I like what they did with them, and I'm a One Piece fan. There's a lot of One Piece fans that are mad about some of these. I think it's perfect.
People
man.
are always gonna be mad about something though.
Yeah, especially when you get into nerd culture. There's
Yeah.
always going to be a strong counter group, you know.
Yep.
But I'm excited.
They look pretty good. I can see all these matches. I haven't seen the show. I don't know anything about the characters, but just from these pictures and the comparison here, I like it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and specifically just to give them some clout here, the cast will see Inaki Godoy as Monkey D. Luffy. I believe he is Brazilian. Makenyu, which is a famous young actor in Japan, he will be playing Roronoa Zoro, the second guy you see on that list there. Third one you see on the list, Emily Rudd, an American, which Nami's supposed to be, is Emily Rudd will be playing Nami.
Paul Rudd's daughter?
No, that'd be funny. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. She might be. I don't know.
I don't know.
Jacob Romero Gibson will be playing. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I went out of order. Who's next? Where's my picture? Actually, I like your picture. You got there better. Okay. Taz Skyler will be playing Sanji.
Yeah, their names are right here too.
Yeah, he's Australian, but I think he's of French descent, which Sanji seems to be a French character. So I'm like, cool. Okay. He's the ship's chef. And then lastly, Usopp will be played by Romero Gibson. And yeah, I'm just fucking excited, man. They all kind of look like their characters a little bit.
That's Inishi?
Oh, it is Ineshi. Oh,
yeah.
No, wait. Isn't he too young to be? Are you sure? But his face looks like him. Oh my God, he is Ineshi, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. He made it from Rurouni Kenshin to fucking One Piece, dude. He made it. Like, dude. All right.
What's the next shonen thing he's gonna do?
Fucking Yu Yu Hakusho. Let's just throw him in there as fucking Rando now. Like
Rando?
he looks like a Rando, you know? Rando wears eyeshadow. Yeah, so I mean One Piece is casted. I'm excited about it. I'm a big One Piece fan. I'm a little bit of a hater too. And the fact that I'm okay with it, I think speaks volumes of it to actually being okay. The creator got to pick them himself. I feel like that shows. I'm excited.
Okay.
AJ, last piece of news for you?
You want me to do my last one?
Yeah.
All right. So
I got one more.
Yeah, me too. I got here Among Us. Yeah, so Among Us just got an update that came out today. I think it might be paid DLC, although I'm not 100% sure. But what's kind of crazy is I was looking over this, like what was the big update, and apparently they're adding some new roles. So traditionally, it was it's a 10-person game, and when you get more than 6 or 7 people, you're allowed like 2 imposters per game, right? And the whole point of the game is, you know, you gotta fight the imposters before they kill everyone, and imposters want to sabotage everything and kill everyone. So it's imposters versus the crew members, right? Mm-hmm. While this game was going on, like all last year, this year, during the whole big boom of Among Us, once Among Us was getting a little overplayed, people were going out there and modding the game and adding new things to it, new roles was what they're called. So rather than having just the imposter and crewmates, they would add random shit like I remember there's one that was Mafia, where you had someone that can kill people, you had someone that couldn't kill people that was working with imposters, and they would actually sweep up the bodies, and I forgot what the other person would do. So if you ever want to hide a body, you got to make sure your Mafia member was there with you to sweep up the body, and then no one would find it.
I fuck with that.
But I think they couldn't do like certain other things. So like, and there's other random shit like people came up with. Well, apparently this update is going to introduce some of those roles. So I'm not sure if they actually went out of the way to talk to those people that made these mods or not. But I think there's 3 new roles they're introducing. One of them is the Guardian, which is one that was created. I've seen a lot in modded games. And what the Guardian does is he can just make a shield to protect people. So if he feels like someone's an imposter and is about to die, he can put a shield up to protect them. I think he has to follow them or something like that, though. There's another one which I've never seen before. I forgot what they were called, the professor or something like that. Where is it saying it? And apparently what they could do, they're walking around with a tablet. Oh, the scientist, here it is. They can pull out a tablet and view the crew's vitals at any time. So
that's cool.
So normally in the game, there's a certain computer sitting in a certain room, and you can go to it and see the vitals of all the members. So this is how you find out if someone's dead without you seeing their body. If you go to the machine and you see someone's like dead, then you know, oh, this person's dead somewhere. Let's go find their body so we can figure out, where they're at and who did it and all that. But scientists can do that now. Only thing is that you can't just always pull out the tablet and always check it. Apparently, you got to charge it by doing tasks. So if you don't complete enough tasks in a certain amount of time, then the battery's gonna like deplete and die. Then you can't use it, right? So that's a cool little way to kind of balance it there. And then there's also the engineer who can travel through vents, just like an imposter can, which is another one that was introduced, which is kind of like interesting too, because if you like vent at the wrong time, you might get sussed out as an imposter instead of just a crew member, which then you got to try to defend yourself and all that, right? It gets kind of weird. But those are the roles they're introducing, which are all roles that appeared in mods before, which is cool. And then I think there's other things they're introducing, like more items and stuff like that. A couple of other new modes. I forgot what it was. Oh, these might add a little more crewmate ability to survive, detect. So imposters also get shapeshifter variants too. Oh shit, they can do the shapeshifter, the morph. What? They're gonna do that too? That's crazy. So you can change to look like someone else and stuff. That's
what a
wild.
bitch.
Yeah,
That's some Hunter x Hunter shit.
The new option split into two branches, free and paid. So there's two different types of DLC. Yeah, it's a new update. Go check it out if you're interested. I'll check it out. Probably have more information out in the future. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, if you liked Among Us and fell off in it, maybe you want to jump back into it again.
Text.
Oh no, what is it?
Well, we'll check it out. All right, if you want to talk about it, you could, but if not, it's cool. So other piece of news I have real quick. Two last things. One, Miss Marvel has been announced that it will come out in the second half of 2022. Which is funny because the production's done, so they can put it out whenever they want. But
yeah.
Miss Marvel the show will come out in the second half of 2022.
Damn, still gotta
meaning
wait.
some point after July. We don't know the month. They will not say the month yet, but some point after July that's coming. Other piece of news: Henry Cavill gave us an update with an interview this week, telling you about his career and his future. People have been waiting for this interview for a while because no one knows what's going on with Superman and DC and all that. His only update about DC, though, is that he said he still has his Superman cape in his closet. That's what he said.
His blankie.
Yeah, exactly, his blankie. Every now and then he hugs it or just rubs it a little bit to feel better.
Because when is it made out of a blanket or some shit?
Yeah, right? Exactly. His parents made it for him and shit. But yeah, he basically said, he's not been called to be Superman again. He doesn't know when they're going to call him, but he did say he is still interested. He is still excited. He said he has the cape in his closet, and whenever they call him, he's down. So that's some little update there. Other news about DC, he said he's excited about that Black Superman movie about Val Zor, the black Kryptonian that took over Superman's mantle for a time. He's excited about that movie, and he said he's excited to see other representations of him. He just wants to make sure his Superman's still coming. The third thing he said, I have the internet. I know what people are talking about. I know people want me to be Captain Britain in Marvel. And he's like, I'm excited. He's like, and I would love to be Captain Britain in Marvel. And that was the last thing he said in the interview. And I was like, oh shit, he heard us talking.
Which I'm not surprised because he's kind of a big nerd too. He does a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
He built his own PC. He streamed it and stuff like that. Or
yeah, he famously got his Superman role. He had to ignore a fucking game match that he was playing to get his Superman role.
Oh,
he got a call for it, and he's like, fuck, we're about to start a match.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm going to bail on the match. And he took the call, and bam, he became Superman. Which is hilarious.
I heard about that, right.
I find that hilarious. Like, he's a real gamer. He was in the middle of a game. Like,
he was healing in WoW. He was a healer? Man, it must have been pissed.
Wow, that's now he's hardcore. You were a healer in WoW? Like, damn, you're really about this life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. All I know is that I've definitely ignored some calls from companies because I'm like in the middle of a match. So he's a better man than me.
Man, I wonder if he was allowed to say that. Like, after he abandoned his crew and they like all died, he got back in the game. Hey, man, sorry I was AFK, but I'm Superman now. Like, was he allowed to say that when he got the call?
He wasn't. I'm sure he wasn't, dude. They're like, okay. Or they probably didn't know him by his handle, so they're probably like, okay.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Whatever, dude.
Now I'm Batman,
Yeah. But yeah, is that it for our news? You good?
Newsy gaming was just like, I don't know.
All right. Unfocused. That was episode 318. What you got planned for your Unfocused week, AJ?
I don't know. Oh, I'll fucking make this deck probably finally now. Maybe I might need like 1 or 2 more cards, but I think I'm ready to start putting this set together. I gotta start figuring out what I'm gonna take out, put in, and because I have a lot of cards put to the side, I have more than 50 already. I was like, shit needs to leave. So I gotta figure that out and just maybe find a couple of filler Digimon or something like that. But yeah, Digimon deck, new Digimon coming soon. There's 2 other decks I want to build. I just haven't gotten around to I know I have all the cards for it. I just haven't gone and looked and then tried to put it together. I just want to see what they feel like. There's a freaking Milo Myotismon deck that I want to put together.
I've been seeing that online. It's like a new Myotismon, right?
No, it's older. It's from like a couple sets ago. But
okay.
No, you know how Mummymon.
I think there's a new Myotismon coming in set 6. I think I've seen people talking.
I hope it works the same because there's a thing with Mummymon and Artikunamon. Is that how you say her name? Where like when they die or something like that, they can bring a Myotismon back from like the hand or from the recycling bin or
what
something
a
like that.
bitch!
Yeah, they have some weird trick like that. I forgot what it is, but I wanted to try it out. Purple deck.
Tai Chi, you're correct. I am struggling using my left hand for everything. I had to write these notes that look like a kindergartner wrote them, and they don't look good. Shut up, AJ. Yeah, it's been a struggle. Anyway.
And then I don't know, maybe play some other game. There's a lot of games that I need to go and try to play. Pokemon, Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond's coming out pretty soon. I want to go do fucking Diablo 2, Resurrection, freaking Pokemon Snap. What else came out recently that I want to play?
Dude, play Pokemon Snap. I want to know what you think about it.
I
like it a
play
lot.
it.
I really like it. I might play more of it tonight if I can not get frustrated.
I'm not taking those extra shifts anymore, so I can probably start like jumping into some of those things.
Unfocused is back, bitches.
Yeah, and then maybe I should go ahead and buy one of those games at least because I know come Christmas I'm not gonna be in town for a while, and usually when I'm at my mom's, there's days up there I'm just doing nothing. Those are times where I freaking really grind and like Pokemon or something, like whatever I'm playing at the time. So I might have to go and buy the game at some point. And
for me, I gotta get
so I can grind
injured.
again.
I gotta get injured to be able to grind into something or get like weeks off for whatever reasons.
Right.
That's the only way I can do it. I feel you.
BT6 should be dropping in what, a week or two? I
mean,
think?
bro, I thought it was next week, and now I feel like it got pushed again.
I think it's like the 16th. I think is what people are saying.
Oh, that is next week.
So that's next Tuesday.
Okay, that's what I heard last.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's what I heard last too. So,
bro, I'm getting really fucking annoyed because there's so many videos on my feed about BT6 and all. I know the whole list. I mean, I don't know it, but I've seen there's a whole list of everything in it. I'm like, can we fucking get it here in America already? Like,
yeah.
Japan's had it, England's had it. Like, where are we at?
So we should be getting it finally soon. Maybe go check that out. I need to look at it to see if there's anything I really want out of it.
Oh, well,
maybe I wait for signals. I don't know.
You have so many colored decks. There's gonna be something you want out of it.
I know, that sucks.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be something you want out of it. And to the other burn too is just like, oh my god. I'm like, you guys know that like. I feel like they should have just held it back for 2 more weeks and put 6 and 7 out together.
You think so?
I mean, 7's already all out. Like 7's all out, bro. So
yeah, they're already talking about 8 right now, right?
Yeah, they're talking about 8 now. Like I'm like, come on, man. Like, why do we keep getting burned?
Well, I think Japan's getting. I think Japan already has 7 because Japan's way ahead of us.
Yeah, they are. England is just about to get 7.
Oh, really?
They haven't gotten it yet, but England is just about to get 7. There's already translations out. So yeah. I'm like, come on, man. Why do we keep getting fucked? Like, we got fucked on BT 1 through 3 too. Like,
it's the whole it's the whole COVID and shipping shit right now. Right? Like, all that shit's just slowing down everything right now, man. Yeah, people are saying that like if you want to get like Christmas presents, fucking do it now because there's not gonna be a lot of shit come closer.
Bro, I've already started, man.
Season.
I'm like halfway done with my Christmas presents. I don't want to do this shit.
I haven't planned on what I'm getting what for what, so I may not even do anything because I had some car repairs to do today too. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, everyone's getting candy this year.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I should just 3D print something for everyone, huh?
You could. You already spent some money.
I gotta fix that shit too.
That's actually a good idea for presents for you. Like, you know what people like. You could print somebody like a little model. Like,
maybe, yeah.
They'd be happy.
Oh, you know what'd be dope? Because there's this thing I've seen that you can print out. You ever like build like a model car or something like shit? You gotta take all those pieces off the little plastic piece and then you can put it together. You can print shit like that.
Like print the whole model basically and all the pieces.
Print the whole sheet, then you can pull them off of it.
Oh, okay. Like those plastic sets back in the day.
Yeah, like a model car type of thing or whatever, you know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I have ideas. I didn't think about that till right now, but that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna make Will. I need to buy some purple filament, but make him a Digimon counter.
Oh, that's dope.
Did you want a certain color by any chance?
Blue. That blue one is badass.
You like this light blue one?
I do.
Maybe print out a better one or something like that.
I love that one.
But we'll see. And aside from that, maybe try some more of that magical drop shit on the freaking. Oh, let me show you that right now too. And then work on my freaking little website thing because like I'm learning shit. I just fucking learn fucking coding and PHP and learning how to like do shit with databases. I fucking had a milestone the other day where I was like, I figured out how to like combine 2 tables from a database together and read one table to read. I don't know. I did some crazy shit, and it's almost all coming together. All I gotta do now is make things look pretty. But then I think of a new idea. I'm like, oh, I should do this, and then I go and do something else. So I haven't been able to make things look pretty yet, but things is functional right now, which is cool.
Okay.
So I'm just be fucking around with that some more.
All right, so for my Unfocused week, one thing I forgot to mention that I didn't mention is I finished Outer Banks Season 1, and holy shit, man. So as I finished it, I realized I hope the One Piece show takes notes from these guys, because this is very much like fucking One Piece.
Yeah, there's a lot of ocean shit going on right there, right?
Yeah, slowly getting the crew, you know, being wild and being against the grain, because the whole thing is they're just against the grain, like they don't give a fuck what the law is or what they're supposed to do. They just do whatever they want, you know?
Yeah.
The fucking slowly getting a crew. Fucking at the end, he gets a wanted poster for him. I'm like, this is fucking One Piece. I'm like, it's all One Piece shit.
That's funny.
I'm not saying I want it to be just like Outer Banks, but I would love if they got some notes from them. You know, like some little things, like when all the police were coming behind them and they were like, you know, fucking driving around the ocean and shit. I'm like, this happens in One Piece all the time.
That's funny.
The whole Navy's behind them and like the whole crew's there and like we gotta find a way to fucking throw them off. You know, like,
yeah.
And so I really like that. I like the betrayal and shit. Felt kind of Game of Thrones-y too, like One Piece. So yeah, I finished Outer Banks. I'm gonna start season 2 tonight. Really like it. I mentioned already I'm gonna continue Slayers next. I'm about halfway through. I'm gonna power through the rest of it so I can make that video.
I wanna start watching hopefully soon. My Hero.
Oh, I can't wait till you watch it. You're gonna love it. Oh yeah, I can't wait.
That's another thing that might be on my list.
All right. Yeah, for me, like I'll probably after this make some food, have some drinks, and keep watching Slayers next. Just so I can get through with it and like finish writing my script for it for my video.
Right.
Finish my red Omnimon deck. I just have to sleeve them and kind of test it out a little bit. Maybe play a few matches with AJ. Learn how it is. Interesting. I see it now. I know what you're saying. I get it. This game, by the way. Other things, I will finish Titans. I watched 3 or 4 more episodes of Titans, the new season 3 that came out on HBO Max. I also am watching and will finish. Oh yeah, that new Sangaku, that new anime I was talking about with the father and daughter pair. And then I think that's the main thing. Slayers next, Slayers try video. I want to get those done. Thank you for everyone who watched the video and made comments and kind of encouraged me to want to make more of it. I really am excited to make more videos of that. And it actually has me more excited to make other videos of things that me and AJ love. Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin. I want to do these things. I want to make all of these.
Make a Rurouni Kenshin one for Drew to show him that.
Yeah, right? You just watch this, Drew. Forget it. You're not going to watch it.
Or maybe you should make a video and specifically like tailor it to him to get him hyped to watch it.
Right? Tell him about just specifically focus on Batojutsu every time, like, you know, the stances and shit. Like, I could do that. But yeah, those are my main things with the Unfocused week. I'm gonna finish that Agumon red deck. You know, hopefully my hand will heal a little bit sooner and I can play some more video games. I'm really missing.
Get back to slapping bitches.
That too. That and Splatoon. Slapping bitches and Splatoon are what I'm most missing right now. I was starting to get really sick at Splatoon, so I'm kind of sad that I'm not playing right now. But, you know, sometimes space away from a game with combat makes you better. So maybe it'll be good.
I believe in that.
You know? That being said, that was Unfocused, episode 318. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Next week.
Look out for our videos.
That's right.
Don't forget, this is a Collision 28 production. We're live on twitch.tv/collision28 every
Wednesday.
Also, you can always catch us
Bitches.
on youtube.com/Unfocused to see rebroadcasting of these episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe there as well.
Also, Twitter, you can message us at Unfocused28. We also give you updates when the show starts. Instagram at Unfocused Podcasts. Subscribe, you know, like.
Also, you can subscribe to our podcast show, the audio version, on Apple Podcasts, or just get more information about that on collision28.com.
Or if you have any comments or things you want us to talk about, or maybe things that you feel we missed in the past, email us on unfocusedpodcast@gmail.com.
Discord. Collision28.com/Discord.
Don't get grabbed by T's claw arm.
Oh, fuck. Carlos was here. What the fuck?
Oh shit, Carlos, what the fuck, man? Tell your friends about us. We're very slowly getting bigger, so please tell more people. Help us.
It's over!
Don't forget to subscribe.